Good. What in the world won't you want to pick no country? Look here, man. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and we definitely and greatly appreciate it. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. And tonight,
I'm Uncle Steve. I'm from the city. I'm from the city, yo. I ain't from no country.
What the world? Like,
I'm from the city. Hey, town down, baby.
Man.
Just let me introduce myself. My name is Hawk.
Oh, okay. You to the NK. You like to play basketball and wear Ben Gay?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, I can do that. I can do that too. No problem.
You doing all right?
Hey, I am hanging in there, brother. How you feeling today, man? Got a lot of stuff going on, man. Boy, is this like, you know, you would like to hear about your team prepping for the first week of the playoffs or things of that nature, but there's a cynical side of me that almost feels, I don't know, in another way, I kind of enjoy that we're getting to talk through the process of what is going on with our Falcons team and just Atlanta teams in general about this. So I'm interested to hear what everyone has to say and what they're going to talk about as far as this team's future is concerned.
Man, you know, it's definitely going to be interesting. And just like you said, it's one of those cases where, you know, you would like to be talking about a playoff game this weekend.
Yeah.
In a sense, this is a little bit more exciting.
It is. It is. Though I would trade places with Carolina. How miserable is it, Lo? I mean, for real, how miserable is it that we are sitting here and the Carolina Panthers are representing the NFC South in the playoffs? There's something just off about that, bro.
So it's something, something fishy about that. Look, it's first of all, I still stand on it. The Panthers aren't our rivals.
No,
it's like they were trying to create this whole narrative, like, oh man, they're gonna hate to put us in like we don't care about the Panthers like that.
Yep.
And it's one of those situations. Once they get there, we're gonna see if they truly belong. And this weekend, they've been doing all this big talking about how they're gonna take the NFC South over for the next 10 years and this and that and the third. We're gonna see if they actually belong.
14-point loss. Easy.
What?
14-point loss. Easy. The Rams are fully loaded, and for every Panther, but we beat the Rams earlier this year. No, this playoff time now.
Exactly.
It's playoff time.
Devontae Adams been sitting for what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, exactly. He's healthy. Puka's there. Did I hear they get hit? It's Higbee coming back?
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, man, that's not even going to be funny. That's going to be the most unentertaining game this week. Watch and see.
Well, since we're not in that situation, you know, here we are. While the Panthers and everybody else is getting ready for the playoffs,
right?
I think today was like the most viewed live on the Atlanta Falcons YouTube channel.
Oh wow!
Watching the whole press conference with Arthur Blank. Everybody in the chat, y'all please let us know what y'all felt about it. But tell me, what were your initial thoughts about the whole Arthur Blank press conference, how he addressed the fans, and you know what seemed to be his mindset?
Looking at it, it was a very to the point author that I saw. It was nothing, and not that he's gonna look nervous. I mean, he was pretty matter of fact with his answers. I love the fact when they were talking about the president of football, and everybody was talking about the nominees, and he mentioned Matt Ryan's name as to say, yeah, I already know. I heard y'all talking about it. And yeah, of course. And something about that, I think he's at peace with the decision he made. And I like the fact that he also talked to the fans to say, I'm not happy either about the situation. I really enjoyed his candor during that. I know people say, oh, you need a little bit more than 25 minutes. But no, that was good. I think that was good for what it was.
How long did y'all want him to hold church up there?
They wanted that brother to be out there until he had to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, no, he was good. He was good to go. And he gave you everything you needed to know.
The only question, and I knew nobody was going to ask it. The only question that didn't get asked that I would like to be asked is what happened with Ike Hilliard. But I knew they weren't going to ask that question. But I mean, they pretty much covered everything.
Right. And actually, he probably can't answer because he didn't make the firing. That was on Raheem. I like the fact also, in extension of the interview, did you get a chance to listen to the 92.9 interview with Mike Conti? Okay, so Mike Conti did a little follow-up. They also did one with, I think, Tori McCary. What's the name? McElhaney. Yeah, you said it better. But they did an interview with her as well. But I thought something was very telling for all of you in the chat that listened to the Mike Conti interview with Arthur. They asked him, did he have any regrets? And there was a part at the very end where he said, when he was talking about mistakes, and he said, yeah, like mistakes Terry. Like Raheem and Terry.
I heard somebody
saw that. Yeah. And then he turned around and said, I appreciate what they did and they worked hard near the end and all of that. But I just thought that was very telling.
I mean, look, I think Arthur Blank. All right, so in me and Coach Ronald, we were talking about this earlier. Okay. I feel like Arthur Blank. This is how Arthur Blank used to talk. I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, you know, whenever he first came in and
Mustache Arthur.
Mustache Arthur, yes.
Okay.
Yes. American Gangster. You know, Arthur, yes.
American Gigolo.
American Gigolo Arthur. This is how he used to talk back in the day. And, you know, over the years, I don't know if he's got complacent. I don't know if he got comfortable. I don't know if he got older. But you could see some of that fire that he had in the early 2000s today. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen it. But I was like, this is the Arthur Smith that we had back in the Mike Smith days. This was that same Arthur Smith. Arthur Blank. I'm sorry.
Arthur Blank. And the thing is, Lo, and I feel like there might have been a little bit of weight lifted off to talk about a little bit to talk about the moving on from Rich McKay. He was very specific about that when asked. It wasn't like I know a lot of people are still like, well, he's still on the competition committee. He said with Mike Conti, he does not have anything to do with the football team anymore. Do you believe that?
No.
No.
So you know that way, okay, all right. A lot don't care who tell it.
I think I disagree.
I
think I saw an Arthur Blank that said none of this is working. Let's change all this whole narrative up. None of it's working. And if you listen to him today, he was more specific. He didn't hide from any questions. He didn't hide from the lack of success. He's saying the same thing we're saying. He said this roster was good enough to win, and we didn't. He said it in the main interview. He said it in the Mike Conti interview. And I think that's very valid. You didn't need Sportsology to come in there or whatever kind of consulting group to come tell you that. So I like the fact, and I like the fact that he said he called them in after they lost to Seattle. So as Raheem was doing his day-to-day and somebody was making, like you sitting at the desk and somebody's making measurements. They doing measurements in the thing. Like, hey, what y'all doing? Don't worry about it, bro.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, matter of fact, what are your passwords? Before you head out, just in case something happens, what are your passwords?
And he called Terry. He's like, Terry, are they measuring your room? Yeah. hey, ask Jeff if they in his room. Ain't nobody been in my room. Jeff Ulbrich, like, ain't nobody been in here.
Man, shouts out to our homeboy Berto, man. Berto said, so is Felipe Franks returning to the organization, or is he at least a franchise player?
Well, first of all, I want to acknowledge my brother Berto and straight up, much love to him, man. One of my favorite people in life. Then I want to tell him, secondly, to kiss my behind, because you are sitting here dogging out again, kind of sly, talking about my guy Felipe Franks. True story, folks, in the chat. True story. After the play where Felipe finally handles the ball and grabs it and secures it inside the 10-yard line for the Falcons, he comes back over to the sideline. So I'm like, Felipe, you do it. He gave me a little thing like that. Fast forward to the end of the game where New Orleans scores a little quick touchdown and they have to kick the onside kick. Felipe is sitting literally in front, right? I say, Felipe. He does this right here. And I said, get the ball. And he did like this. True story.
He couldn't believe somebody knew his name.
He just happy. He was happy. You know how much I was hoping he get that ball. So Mr. Berto 95, you can't. I ain't worried about you.
Oh man. So
that was fun.
So I mean, so as far as this whole press conference today, does it instill some sort of confidence in the way that the Falcons are going to move forward? And I want to ask the chat this as well. If you feel like this instills some sort of confidence in you, put a 1 in the chat. If you like who was it? Was it Angie Stone? Heard it all before.
Oh yeah. Who was that? That's Sunshine.
Sunshine. Yeah. That's what Sunshine. Yeah. But your lies ain't working now. If you heard it all before, put a 2 in the chat.
You can't sing the song if you don't know the name of the artist. How you gonna sing the song? You talking about Moonlight Anderson, right? Like her name. Wait a minute. What the lady's name is?
Dang,
oh, Mary J. Blige. No,
that was fantastic.
That was right. So I'll tell you this. I think it instills confidence in Arthur to me because, the average lifespan of a NFL coach, they usually at least get to 3 years. I like the fact that Arthur said he made a mistake, not verbatim, but go back and listen to the end of Mike Conti's thing. He said that was a mistake. He corrected the mistake. Not only did he correct the mistake, either somebody been yapping in his ear or he's been watching every Atlanta Falcons content creator online and said, Rich McKay has got to do something else. He's got to do something else. So I like the fact that he's cleaning the slate. He's telling people to get ready. He's going to do interviews right after all the press stuff. And let's get boots on the ground and get this thing rolling, man. We got a lot of folks to interview. A lot
of folks to interview. I ain't gonna lie to you. It gave me confidence. Right. So after the press conference, me and Coach Ron, we both work from home. So I came into Coach Ron's office And I was like, hey, we good for them to take the money out of the account this year? I had to make sure. Because look here.
February 1st. February 1st. You already know.
Hey, February 1st. February 1st. She was like, yeah, we good to go. But the thing is that I really feel like, and you mentioned it a little bit. I mean, Arthur, he was direct. You know, he acknowledged it. He, like you said, he didn't come out and say that he made a mistake, but he pretty much called Raheem and Terry mistakes.
Yeah, right? He it's not even pretty much. He did. Yeah, and I really if y'all listen to, if anybody listened in the chat, if anybody heard that Mike Conti interview, you know, you heard it too at the very end, right before he started talking about the Atlanta United stuff. That's what he said, and I had to go back and listen to it again, and he basically did. And to me, that's at least acknowledging that, hey, I'm flawed. I made a mistake. But instead of sticking around talking about one, as the notorious Biggie said, one more chance, I'm gonna clean the slate, cut this loose, and do what I need to do.
I mean, look, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Now, so moving forward, he goes on to talk about what's going on what's up to the Brownlee family. Moving forward, he goes on to talk about, you know, the new organizational structure as far as like the head of football operations and everything like that. Now, second of all, he may as well written a recommendation letter for Rich McKay, right? Because how old is Arthur Blank now? 82. The first time 82-year-old man get naked. Yeah, he got naked. He got naked on stage. So moving forward, he talked about Rich McKay, he talked about all of his accolades and everything like that, talked about all the things he's involved in and things. Right. Then he went on to talk about Matt Ryan, and he did the same thing with Matt Ryan.
Right.
If I was a candidate for the head of football operations, I wouldn't even apply. I wouldn't go to the interview. Like,
don't call the moving company yet.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, look, unless it's a situation where they the interview is over dinner. I go to that one, but bro, like at this point, it's Matt Ryan's job to lose, right? Am I wrong or?
That was it, and that's why I think he even mentioned it in the presser, man, to mention his name. I don't want anybody to get fooled. And I'll say this, work with me on this one, y'all. And I'm not saying it's illegal for him to do it. I'm not saying anything wrong about how it is. This could be a makeup for Matt. If you remember the situation that Matt left on, you brought in Terry, you brought in Arthur. They played with Matt for 1 year. And then at the end, the next year, he was in trade talks before he even knew about it with the Deshaun Watson thing. And maybe Arthur's doing a makeup to say, man, that was screwed up how I did you. Let me give you first dibs. He always said he was going to bring him back into the organization.
He did.
He always said that.
He always said that.
So this is his makeup. Now, of course, obviously, I'm being hypothetical thinking, but I'm also saying he probably thinks he owes Matt. He might owe Matt one for this, whether Matt is the right person or not.
Well, okay, and I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Okay.
So shouts out to Big John Winston over there at ITS. They were talking about this last night. Is Matt qualified to be the head of football? I mean, look, we all love Matt. Well, most of us love Matt, right? I mean, he's done nothing but good for the city as far as like with his philanthropism and philanthropy and everything like that. I was going
to give you a third chance.
Oh, okay. I went to school with Uncle Steve, y'all. I'm sorry. We was in the same class.
I wasn't gonna help you because I know I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and stumble over that one.
I ain't gonna try it third time.
Ain't gonna have folks laughing at me.
Philanthropy.
He say the big old words. I'm gonna let you calculate.
But I mean, but do you think your boys actually qualified though? Like,
okay, I'm gonna get to the qualified in 1 second. Take care of your super chat because your buddy Willie doing his thing a couple of times.
Willie Doc, man. Willie Doc says, Big Low. He says, I can see you at the presser asking, "Hey, Mr. Blank, which one of these candidates make you want to get naked?" I'll hang up and listen. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. What the word?
I can hear him saying that. Willie
Doc. That's what I said. Uncle Steve. He says, what do you make of Arthur doing the press conference solo? How fast do you think they will make a decision on the president of football operations? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat.
Willie, that's a great question, and I'm gonna tie it into the question that Lo was asking me about inexperience in the president of football thing. I love the fact that Arthur did it solo because that means, remember, when they did all that stuff last time, he had Rich there with him. So symbolically, that was saying, we are entrusted in this. We are doing. He was up there by himself to say, there is nobody else right now. This is on me. The slate is clean. And at the end, if you remember at the press conference, we're gonna try to hire the best head coach, the best GM, and the best president of football. So I think it was symbolic to see him by himself, even though he didn't even mention Greg Beatles in the promotion. So I don't think he did. I don't think he even mentioned him. I don't think he did. So the onus was on him. And I think he liked that. Now back to your question, Lo. Tony Baselli, Chris Spielman, Tom Brady, John Lynch, when they all got into those type of positions for their organizations, I don't think any of them were hot, fresh out of the league too early as well. I mean, I know Baselli's been out for a minute, but still, I think, in my opinion, maybe he's trying to look at Antonio. You're wrong, Antonio. In my opinion, I think maybe to get some guys that are still kind of integrated into today's game as close as you can get, that could work out. Matt is 3 years removed or 4 years? It'll be 4 years this year, right?
Yeah, 4 years.
4 years removed from playing.
2020. Yeah, 20. Well, from playing all together.
Yeah, playing all together.
3 years.
3 years. Okay, so he still has a connection to the game. I'm sure during his network job, he's had an opportunity to talk to a lot of people, be around a lot of people. I'm sure he has. Qualified? I don't know. What does qualified mean in this situation? It means somebody Arthur can trust with football decisions. Maybe he doesn't need to be the I don't know. I never saw like requirements for it. Do you need to have a doctorate? Do you need to have a master's degree in footballology? I don't know. Or just be a football guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm kind of torn in regards to like the whole situation with so for example, all right, so we've been hearing about the whole Matt Ryan football operations thing for what now, like a week and a half?
About a week, about a little bit more than a week.
A little bit more than a week. So at first we heard like, hey, it's a rumor is thrown out there. Then we're hearing, hey, it's heating up. Then we're hearing, oh, well, Matt Ryan wants to continue to do the network job. You know what I'm saying? And I be the head of football operations. Like, come on, bro. Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, let's say he does do the network job and is the head of football operations, and the team is bad.
He's not going to do it.
I don't think he's going to do. He can't, right?
I think you would leave yourself too open if you did the analysis. And I know people are talking about Tom Brady, but I don't think Tom Brady's position is the same. I think Tom Brady
part
is
owner, right?
Yeah, part owner. So that's kind of a different twist. I think that's like Warwick Dunn walking into place. Warwick Dunn is a limited owner. He's not making critical decisions. His input is listened to, but he's not making critical decisions.
Now,
go ahead.
Now, I have heard that Matt Ryan might be getting a small equity in the team.
Hey,
so
hey,
I mean,
listen, if you're Arthur Blank and you start thinking about the good times in his this will be his 25th year this year, right?
Yep.
If you think about it, what player symbolized the most successful part of your tenure? And that's him. And look, the further away we get from that fateful day in Houston, the further we get away from it, I think Arthur Blank is realizing you can't just flip a switch and get it back. I think when you start talking about the years after Dan Quinn, we tried to hurry up and get it back. Try to re-sign, over-sign people, get it back.
Yep. Get it back.
And I think now he's at a point where, okay, this is 8 years now. We ain't going to get it back.
You ain't going to get it back.
And
that's gone.
It's gone. And now let's strip it all clean. Let's start over. And that's why I'm sitting here by myself in this chair to let y'all know I am starting from scratch. I have not kneaded the dough yet. I have not, made the circles yet. I have not preheated the oven. I am starting from scratch. We're going to make these biscuits together.
Biscuits sound good.
It does sound good, right?
That sounds hungry
while I'm sitting there.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Look. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're two chubby boys on YouTube show. Boy.
Man,
Now, well, and I see where you're coming from with that, and that's what it sounded like. Also, Tidy, we sent you a message earlier.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Take a look.
Whenever you get a chance, check your Facebook Messenger. Tidy Atlanta Bird Gang. You get a chance, hit us up.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right. It's the equivalent of somebody from my generation getting that old school car, parking it in the yard, not doing nothing with it for 8 years, right? And
absolutely,
and that car that was initially in good shape. Now it's rusted,
right?
The cams are sticking. The oil is sludge now. You got to take everything out and you got to start all over.
But the memories of the car are still in your mind, and the memories are what you keep thinking. Man, I'm gonna fix this car up and shine it up so it can be just like it was back when I first bought it. And you realize that car is never going to be what it was when you first bought it. And I think that's where the Falcons, when you start talking about trying their best to get that feeling back. I mean, I think he's tried everything. He's tried everything. You tried the offense coordinator. You tried the defense coordinator. You tried getting Raheem back in here and somebody that was familiar during that Super Bowl time. You've tried just about all the buttons you have. So maybe this different chain of command that you're now gonna buy into, maybe that's just something new. So what we can't say about Arthur Blank, we could say a lot about him, but you can't say he isn't trying. That's what ticks me off. I hear when people talk. Y'all don't realize how great of an owner we have. He really is a good owner. And I know people have, I'm not saying he's not flawed, but as far as owners is concerned, I think we got one of the best. And I think today he took a big step, in my opinion, of letting everybody know that I hear y'all. I hear you. I feel you. We gonna get this done. Because I think if the tone deaf thing would have been, well, let's give him another year. That would have been the tone deaf thing. So
I mean, you're right. You're right. Are you talking about, owners, so we got Big Q in here from the Sports Coma, and I guess he crawled out from under the rug, because after we swept him, we swept him under the rug. So shouts out to Q and the Aints fans. He says, what in the world, Bo? He says, Count Blankula, because he says Arthur Blank looks like a vampire. Out looking for fresh blood, huh? Okay, Q. Okay.
Arthur got that one brush that hair stay in that one spot. He said, these ain't plugs.
He didn't go to Turkey.
He ain't go to he ain't get that Beijing.
He'll got that Jaylen Brown special. Man, Q, and let me tell you about Saints fans. So Q, he put out a short the other day talking about, the Atlanta Falcons, they swept us, but they didn't even get a chance to celebrate because they fired their coach afterwards. No, we still celebrated sweeping y'all. Like, don't.
What are you talking about?
All the brooms are sold out in Walmart. Like, it ain't a situation where, in the next time I talk to you, I'm definitely going to mention it. Q, you need to get that hate out.
I know Q is deep down inside hurting, so we gonna let Q have that little zinger right there. But Q, y'all in trouble next year.
Oh boy.
Y'all in big trouble.
Boy.
Y'all in huge trouble. You'll see.
We got a couple Superman chats. Okay. Georgia Clay Trey says, I believe Matt is qualified because he's the one listening to all the podcasts. In my opinion, I think Matt has been networking and paying attention. You got any Superman chat joints over there?
You know what? Ooh. Stand by.
Well, Georgia Clay Trey, that's that da-da-da. That's a Superman chat.
We'll catch up with it. Go ahead to the next
one. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Also, Lim Nice says Arthur was looking kind of good to me during that press conference. He was so confident and swaggy, right? Or was that just me? What in the world? What?
He said swaggy?
He said swaggy.
Really?
Lim Nice said he was looking confident and swaggy. Okay, Lim Nice. If that's what floats your boat, okay. That's what I said. It's kind of like Coach Ronnie with her crush on Ray John Rondo. I still don't understand. That's a Superman
Rondo? Really?
Yeah, the whole the chat. Yeah, they pick on Coach Ronnie because she was a teenager. She thought Ray John Rondo was cute for some reason. I was like, out of everybody, Ray John Rondo?
I bet she probably the only one. Ray John had a face for he got a face for radio. Nobody. Right.
Jesus says Uncle Steve, he drinking that clearly Canadian like a 40. Like, dang,
hey man, hey.
All you gotta do is put it in a paper bag, bro.
Let me tell you something. I am addicted almost to these things because I don't know, and obviously you saw it, but these things are really good. I really enjoy the
I never had them.
Yeah, they really good. I mean, this water got a little tad bit of taste in it. It's not too many calories. What is it? Like, I know it's less than 100.
Yeah, I like
90 calories.
Oh yeah, they man. I like drinking the flavored water.
Yeah, I like the flavored waters myself. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. She said like a 40.
Like a 40. Bad guy says, Big Low, Uncle Steve, my favorite Falcons content creators. Appreciate you,
Oh, that's so sweet.
Much love, fam.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Man.
And look, we appreciate y'all. I know it's a this is a time when we all are kind of trying to figure out what in the world is going on with our team, but this is going to be an interesting offseason, y'all. And I think Lo and I were talking about this. If there are going to be some people that are going to be upset.
Oh yeah.
Not going to be we had so many candidates this year and so many different types of folks that people want. Nobody's going to be satisfied. No, nobody. If we hire Coach A and then turn around and Coach B goes somewhere else, we're going to talk about that. I just feel like I think we're going to be pulled in different directions in this coaching search,
man. And I'm glad that you mentioned the coaching search, because everybody in the chat have been asking, and I guess it's something that we got to get to. Antoine Wartime says, Big Low, Uncle Steve, who are your candidates for head coach?
Oh, wow. Woo. Boy, oh boy. Out of the right, and I'm gonna just disclaimer with subject to change.
Yeah,
because man. I think there I don't have a clear this is the absolute end all person, but I do have a criteria. And my criteria this year, in my opinion, because we haven't tried it since the Dan Reeves, and he didn't hire Dan Reeves, so he's never done this, to hire an experienced winning coach who's been there and done that before. We haven't. Arthur Blank hasn't hired that person. Raheem doesn't count because Raheem was figuratively a coach, but he wasn't a successful coach. And so you got to go and get a successful coach and bring him into the fray. And I just feel like the McCarthys of the world, the now recently separated John Harbaugh. Let's see what happens with Green Bay this week. Are the rumors true about LaFleur possibly being on the chopping block and shoot? Even the pipe dream of maybe Pittsburgh going one and done, and Mike Tomlin wanted a new start. So, yeah, that's where I am as far as my criteria is concerned.
Okay. Also, speaking of criteria, the top of the criteria just jumped on the show. Tidy, what's going on, Bo?
Gentlemen, how we doing this evening, fellas?
Man, we can't compare. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Was that a hee-haw horn?
What word? What horn?
We did. You said tidy, right? We doing country, right? Are we doing the country thing? We doing the country thing, right? Right? It's how we did. I'm trying to make him feel at home.
Man, Tidy,
I thought he.
Tidy, you gonna let man do you like that, Tidy?
I thought he.
Dang,
he got it, man. He got it. It's before 9 p.m., so he still got all his energy in him.
Nah, he was on me hard the other night.
Oh man, Tidy, how you doing tonight, my brother?
Hey, I'm blessed, gentlemen. How y'all doing tonight?
Man, we doing good. Man, I'm sorry to send that message to you at the last minute, bro. Like, I hear Uncle Steve up.
No, you good.
Yeah, I hear Uncle Steve up. I'm like, hey, you think Tidy might want to jump on with us? And, I was like, well, I'll shoot something over to him and see if you. But next time, I'll make sure to give you more advance notice. I apologize about it.
No, you good, bro. You good. I appreciate the invite, man. Thank y'all for bringing me on.
For sure.
We got to circle back and get his opinion,
exactly,
because I and I know he's gonna save that, and make sure y'all check him out on Atlanta Bird Gang on YouTube, man, because I'm just trying to tell you don't get it much better than what he does with his content on there. But we gotta ask you, brother.
Thank you.
What did you think about the presser today, man? What were your thoughts?
All right, let me ask y'all this. Y'all want
Oh Lord.
Hold on. You want good tidy? You want optimistic tidy or pessimistic tidy? You want big boy or Andre?
Ty said, hold on. Let me ask y'all this before I get okay, Ty. What you got?
Do y'all want me to be like the Atlanta Bird Gang brand, rallying behind the team, let's go? Or do y'all want me to give y'all my honest opinion?
I want your honest opinion. Unbiased opinion.
That's right.
All right, here we go. What I thought about it, honestly, I didn't really feel any kind of specific way about it. For me, I guess I've gotten to the point now. It's just like, okay, we just got to win now. Because here we are once again, just a few years later from the same press conference that we keep having. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, those were not the right guys for the job. I have moved Rich McKay out the way. Our fans deserve better. I'm dedicated to the fans. I hear what everybody's saying, and we're gonna get it right this time. At some point, it just becomes, as y'all was just singing a moment ago, heard it all before,
John Anderson.
Yeah.
Steve, right.
Yeah. So it's just like, let's just get to winning, man. The press conferences are nice, and the backdrop was absolutely stunning. Seeing Steve's neighborhood. Cause being that's his neighbor, and he never let me say that bad about Arthur Blank.
Exactly.
But I want to ask y'all. I want to, I guess, bring this to y'all's attention. We talking about Matt Ryan in the vice president role, and did y'all when did those interviews start? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask y'all. When did they?
Allegedly, didn't they say Thursday, today and tomorrow was the start of the president, which is the job he's supposed to be president.
Apparently, it started right after the press conference.
Yeah, he had a heavy schedule.
Low, when did they start?
Right after the press conference.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go down to my YouTube conspiracy mode. Is it coincidental that a very important and critical press conference just happened to happen on the same day the interviews started? It's almost like, yeah, I'm gonna show up to the party, but I'm gonna leave real early. The reason I say that, because I recall the last time we had this press conference when it was Rich McKay and Arthur Blank, and I'm sure y'all remember this too, but the local media, man, they just tore Arthur Blank a brand new one.
Absolutely.
They tore him up, and they was on there. Obviously it was him and Rich McKay, but they was on there for about 90 minutes, and I give them both credit. They took all the questions, but that was the first time in my life that I saw Arthur Blank visibly flustered. I could see he was flustered. He was flustered. I was sitting here watching, hey man, y'all got to get on my own now. Let the man breathe now. Y'all doing too much. But the point I'm trying to make is I think they did not want to have that same thing happen twice, because I think the guy that introduced him was Brett Jules. I hope I say his name correctly.
Yes.
And one of the first things he says, he's going to answer questions for about 20, 25 minutes because we have interviews to do today. I don't think that was coincidental. I think that was intentional, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. I think the fact that he was up there by himself. I was talking to Steve earlier. I was like, because we were trying to figure out who was going to be on stage with him. I feel like that was, in a sense, to kind of send a message. Felt like he wanted to, that was Arthur Smith's way of saying, he was standing on business. But, whatever that phrase was in the 1930s, that's the way he was trying to say it. Now, as far as the whole thing about, having the interviews after you did the press conference, we know who it's going to be. Like, Arthur Blank essentially said it himself. Like, Oh, Matt Ryan. Talk about the greatest player in Atlanta Falcons history, Matt Ryan, who's seen more football than people have forgotten, who's essentially a football guy. Like, calm down, Arthur. Chill out now. Chill out. So I really feel like, this is just smoke and mirrors.
Yep.
I went on Twitter not too long after the
You know how to use Twitter?
interview. I went on Twitter and I'm ready. All I'm doing in the background low.
My bad. I'll just ask. I'm sorry.
They get ready to come out at specific times. You'll see.
Did Tyler teach you how to use Twitter?
Like I said, I'm getting ready.
You're a kid inside. Like, you already know. You already know.
No, Dad, this isn't Facebook.
Tiny, you know how petty he is. I don't know why he's doing this. He gonna come for you.
I just got used to doing this stuff about a year ago, a year or two ago on Twitter. But I went on Twitter and Mike Bell. And if you looked at I don't know if you looked at the YouTube version. I don't know if it was different from the Twitter version, but you could see the guys out there. You could see the radio guys. You could see all the Steak Shapiro, Mike Bell, Chuck. What's my boy name? Dukes and Bell. Dukes and Bell. And
Carl Dukes.
Carl Dukes. Like, they didn't ask any of them cats. And if they say they raised their hand the whole time. If you remember last time, those were the guys that were really peppering him a lot with most of the stuff. Remember, Zeno stayed on his long, exaggerated question asking stuff and everything like that. And I think Jules, the guy who was in charge, he was the one pointing out the people. And I think he said to himself, no, that's not going to be today.
Yep.
We ain't gonna do that today. So yes, you're absolutely right. Last year was and I hear it with Jermaine saying too, they did kind of tear him up, Jermaine, but you're absolutely right. They are doing their job by trying to get some facts. Now, the media not giving any results, but they are trying to get the facts. And I understand that. Because it's fair to ask why we not successful every year, why are we not successful with this formula we're doing right now. So, yeah, you're right, Daddy. I think they did. It was kind of a little soft pedal today. Yeah, hometown Brandon Lee. He asked the question, but if you think about his little 2-part question, but it was kind of a softball. It was a softball question.
Who was the guy that had the 4-part question? Who was that?
It wasn't Mark Raimondi. I'm not sure. I know Joe Patrick asked the question. I know he's 92.9, but he's a softball person too. D-Leg, his stuff. And they had a couple other ones, but nobody really swung for the fences on them today.
And why was Tigger there?
That was crazy, right? I was looking at Tigger. I was like, dude, what's he doing?
Right.
Maybe trying to keep his job.
I guess so.
He changing things. He might want to change. Maybe even the hype people change.
Hey, look,
know.
Tigger probably slipped $100 to the security guy. Was like, hey, don't let Ryan Cameron come in.
No, man. Hey, Ryan ain't going nowhere. Ryan own that thing up there. He got that his communications company on that stuff up there. So he ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Tidy, because I know you coming in and we circling back to you. Now, as far as like the head coaching candidates, and I watched your show a little bit earlier today. Like, who are you looking at as far as like, or what are you looking for as far as like a criteria for your coaches?
My answer is going to be a contradiction because my preference would to be a offensive guy, who can keep the ship going in case we have a lot of success and then we happen to lose an OC because that's kind of the trend in the NFL now. We're gonna take the OC from the successful teams. So that's my preference, and the reason I say it's a contradiction because, like most Falcons fans, number one on my big board is John Harbaugh. But if I'm being honest, I really don't think I don't think he thinks Atlanta is the best fit for him. So more realistic options, I like Kubiak and I like Stefanski.
Okay.
So those would kind of be my triangle right there.
Kubiak and Stefanski. Now,
what is it? What is it about? I'm sorry, Lo. What is it about Kubiak that I'm missing? What is it about him that y'all think that is it lineage of his father that makes you think he's ready for a head coach thing? Because it really sounds Arthur Smith-ish, assistant-ish again. And I think we just done that so many times. What makes you feel good about that?
I think you hit a key part of when you said his lineage. Of course, obviously he's been around football his entire life, and that kind of and maybe I'm like TLC said, don't go chasing waterfalls. Maybe I'm chasing waterfalls, thinking we had some magic with Kyle Shanahan, kind of in the same father-son situation. So I'm hoping to strike gold twice. I think subconsciously a little bit in my mind.
Yeah.
And he has worked with some quarterbacks in the past, and of course, us still trying to develop Michael Penix. I'm just hoping we can get somebody in here who, hey man, I'm gonna work with this quarterback every single day. Yeah, I'm gonna have a quarterback coach, but I'm really the quarterback coach. So that's kind of I think some of my rationale with it.
That makes sense.
I mean, I think one of the reasons why a lot of people are looking at Clint Kubiak, they're looking at what Sam Darnold is doing right now for the Seahawks. I think you were talking about earlier today, like you can see them being one and done.
Yeah.
I think whenever you have like a quarterback who some people may look at and say, hey, this guy, he's a little bit of a traveler. He hasn't set a clear home. He's been in New York, Carolina, San Francisco, Minnesota, and everywhere else. But then he actually has like a really, really good season. People start to look at the circumstances he was given. And, I think one thing with Sam Darnold is that he got put in a great situation and he's had like a succession of good coaching. Like he had O'Connell last year. He had Kyle Shanahan the year before that. And all of those guys are under the same concept, right? So who's to say that it's actually Clint Kubiak that's the guy, and that's the reason, and that's the straw that stirs the drink, right? But just like Tidy said, whenever you have guys who, a lot of times just the lineage situation it works out to your benefit. You have Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, you have Jim Moore Jr., you have, the brothers, the Harbaugh brothers, they're sons of a coach. And, a lot of times, just like Tidy said, just being around football for an extended period of time, you kind of get a good feel for it. But, it's definitely going to be interesting. I know that Clint Kubiak, he's like the hot name right now. Yeah, he's the hot name. Shouts out to my homeboy King Richie. King, I'm going to hit you back up a little bit later on, Bo. King Richie sent me some beats. He wanted me to jump on Tidy. I told him, I said, that was a long time ago, Bo.
You still got it. You definitely still got it.
I don't know about that one, man.
You might need a new background now, so don't worry.
Stop the cap.
What? I'm just saying something low. I mean, talking about you.
Stop the cap.
What? What happened? What happened?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
All right.
There go. Man.
I didn't say that, man.
Now, as far as like GMs, have y'all heard anything about like any GMs that y'all are seriously considering?
I don't know how far you could take this, but I mean, it seems like they're saying Ian Cunningham is like the front runner, but that really could just, don't know, that could be misinformation coming out of Flowery Branch, just like Raheem Moore's stand was misinformation that probably came out of Flowery Branch. So you really don't know at this point.
Yeah.
Is it just me that is my focus not so much on the GM, and now that we have this president of football person that's gonna be the link between them and Arthur? I'm not diminishing the job. The GM is still gonna have to be there, but I think my mind, now that this job has been added, I'm extremely interested in who's doing the football operations, and I'm extremely interested in who's going to be down on the field with them. The GM, to me, this year, I don't know about y'all, this year doesn't seem as, I don't know, critical to me.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
because you do have that buffer now this year that has been created by the front office or by Arthur Blank.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like, why are we just now getting a president of football operations?
Because we've tried everything else and it hadn't worked. I mean, if we can laugh, dog out Arthur all you want, but one thing you can't say is Arthur doesn't try new things. Only thing we had to get him to let go of for the longest has been Rich McKay. And guess what? This year, he even got rid of Rich McKay. So that lets me know, and I was talking to you about this earlier, Lo, that I think this might have really shook him this time. I think more than any year, and you, Tidy, me, the majority of folks out there doing what we do, we were all prepared for a playoff run this year. We were all prepared.
Yeah.
And I think Arthur Blank was right there with us. And to be so disappointing, just so disappointing. We were 3-8 at one time, right? We were 3-8 at one time, right? So, I mean, that's just crazy. And I like the fact, to me, the biggest flex for Arthur Blank is that he was 3-8. This team rallied to win 5 of the last 6 games. He said, you're going to get into tighty territory. Throw this clearly Canadian through the screen. But can't even do that. So after winning 5 out of 6, remember when Dan Quinn did the same thing the year leading into 2020?
Yeah.
And
he was fired.
that. And at the end, Debo ran the little pick 6 in, and we were 7-9. And we like, yay, we're gonna give him one more chance. He said, "Fool me once, shame on me." I mean, like, he's not gonna get fooled like that again.
Yeah.
So it's time to get up out of there.
I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, and like I said, like it's one of them situations, and Keely, Keely's kind of got to the point that I was getting to. It's like Mike Bell brought up a good point. If Rich McKay was your advisor for all these years, why are we just now having a president of football operations?
So again, I feel like, Keely, that Arthur Blank might have been, listening to folks he shouldn't have been listening to. And now at least he's saying, hey, before I croak, like, I hope he don't. I say, but before I get up out of here, nobody's gonna say that I didn't try to do the right thing. I didn't try anything new. Mm-hmm. And I think getting rid of Rich McKay is like, hey, it might not work, but you can't say I didn't try.
There you go. I mean, I ain't mad at it. Well, how y'all feel about the whole Michael Penix statement?
I was surprised.
I mean, so Arthur Blank, he's like, yeah, Michael Penix, that's our quarterback. Moving forward. That's our starting quarterback. I mean, do y'all agree with it, or y'all?
Go ahead.
I agree with it. I also think it was obviously you say that because how his contract is set up. Obviously, he's gonna be here, so he's gonna have an opportunity because he's gonna be here with the contract. So I don't want to call it being obvious, but it was kind of obvious. That was the thing to say, and I think he was kind of non-committal toward Kirk Cousins because, in all strong likelihood, he knows Kirk won't be here. I'm sure he knows that he's not going to say it. So, I think he was just, playing to the contract and how the roster is going to be set up. And then also at the same time, with knowing that he's obviously going to be here, you want this guy because obviously Penix is watching this just like we were. Obviously, Penix got that 100 screen TV up on his wall watching like we were. You want to start to build his confidence back up. Like, kid, I know you're coming off a serious injury. Like, look, we need you, bro. It's better for me and you if you really are the guy. So let me go ahead and reaffirm to you that me as the owner, before a coach get here, before a president gets here or a GM gets here, I believe you. We still believe you. So, let's do it in 2026.
Okay. What you think, Unc?
It wasn't surprising to me, and he basically said what I was going to say. You really are playing with house money when you talk about Penix because you still have 2 years at a reasonable salary for on a rookie contract for Penix. You don't have to be in a rush. Matter of fact, you could probably do a 5th-year deal, do a 5th-year option, and it's still not going to break your back for average price quarterback. As far as Kirk Cousins is concerned, when they made that adjustment to that salary and brought the base salary down to 2.1, and I got verification on that still, absolutely. Like soon as they said that, what they're hoping for is that somebody can at least take that 2.1 off their back, and which they wouldn't. I don't think anybody's going to do that. But a team can say, hey, I'm going to take that 2.1, bring you on the team. Whoever he goes to will have to deal with that $67 million hit next year if they trade him. So if they can't get a team to agree with them on that, then the Falcons are going to cut him on March 12th and then just take the little $35 million hit. They'll probably post June 1st do it because that'll split it up into 2 years. Yep. But that essentially was a goodbye to Kirk Cousins. So Kurt ain't got to worry about pretending like he like us anymore.
The ultimate politician.
The greatest. Perfect.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like with the whole Michael Penix situation, I didn't like Arthur Blank saying that because we don't. I mean, yes, his contract is favorable, right? He's on a rookie deal,
right?
But
put yourself in his shoes, right quick, Lo. And look at the circumstances coming up. You got a 38-year-old that you basically owe about $70+ million to in the last 2 years. You just moved his contract to make it feasible where you have 2.1 this year, and then you can kind of decide if you foolishly want to keep it in mind, you got to play with that $67 million one way or the other coming up. What are you gonna say? We're not gonna have any quarterback around? I don't think you want to say that as an owner. I think you want to at least even pretend like you have some type of stability in here. They're going to figure out a quarterback. Dude, there's a quarterback coming in that's going to be ready to start this year, and it ain't going to be Michael Penix. But somebody's coming. I'm just thinking he didn't want to poo-poo. To your point, he kind of brushed off Kurt real quick. But just wanted to make sure that the fans know, hey, we got a plan. We just got to figure out the part. Well,
all right.
Part 1A. And
so what if that quarterback comes in, that quarterback that's actually ready,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say 6-1. Let's say he goes 6-1.
Okay.
Killing it, on pace to go to the Pro Bowl. Is Michael Penix still your guy?
Michael Penix is on the roster, dude. You let him sit down. You gotta. And if
but
I'm
is
not
he still
mistaken,
your guy though?
Yeah, but listen, this is where the Kirk Cousins effect screwed us up last year. If Kirk Cousins doesn't lie and tells us that he's hurt and we just let Mike come in there for those first couple of games, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all. Maybe Kirk heals up. Maybe Penix can win one or two, and then Kirk comes back at the end and does his thing. But we all know the lies were not just from the upper management. They were Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins self-destructed himself in that situation.
It was everybody.
Absolutely. So going back to your point about Michael Penix, yeah, if hypothetically, nobody's saying that, if Malik Willis comes in here and lights it up and is 6-2, and Michael Penix is still on the bench, but they say, you know what, you got the green light on game 6, and the Falcons say, well, let the hot hand keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Penix is sitting on the sideline with a $10 million hit, right? I mean, it's not like it's financially you're not taking a hit, dude. The psyche, he got to get over the psyche stuff. This is the NFL, man. You could lose your job.
You're right.
In a heartbeat. You gotta mature enough to be mature enough to understand. Hey, it's about the team at that point.
I mean, but I guess the point that I'm getting at is that we really don't know. I understand he's your first round quarterback with, after 2 years, and financially it's responsible to have him be your quarterback, right? But
right.
I mean, bro, especially after you have situations where you got somebody who hasn't been coached that well for the last couple of years, and then you go through an injury, and then I don't know. All I'm saying is if that were me, I don't know if I'd be the person to say, hey, this is our quarterback of the future whenever there's nobody in the building. You see what I'm saying? It's like you said, this is our guy. This is the quarterback of the future. And, he got 2 rubber bands for ACL right now. And it's one of those situations where you have no coach. I mean, Zach Robinson is essentially still the offensive coordinator, but you don't have an offensive coordinator. You don't have a GM. You don't have a president of football operations. You kind of painted. Am I wrong by saying you kind of painted yourself in a corner?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Lo, but I think I'm getting a grasp of what you're saying. Are you saying like some things are best not said out loud, and in this situation, let the new staff come out and say that publicly?
Yes, because one of the negative opinions that people have about Arthur Blank, is that sometimes he talks too much too early, and I feel like that statement kind of felt like Julio Jones would be a Falcon for life.
I kind of disagree with that. He didn't commit to him as a starter. He didn't commit to him as he's going to be start. He said, we're going to get him healthy. The doctors have said they're going to be this, and hopefully he's ready to go and healthy. What he didn't say at the end was he's going to be our guy ready to roll as soon as the season starts. He didn't say that. So from that standpoint,
I thought when he said quarterback of the, I thought that was implying that he's the guy moving. You see what I'm saying? Like that.
No, that makes sense. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, and I can understand where you're coming from with that. But I didn't get it. And maybe I need to go back and listen exactly to what he said. I did hear the vote of confidence, but I didn't hear he's going to be the day one starter. I heard him just, say he was, ready to, be the guy.
Okay. We also got Superman chat too. Padre says, "What's good, Coach Tidy and Unc?" Says Rich McKay is still in the mix. He says he gonna get them "Hey, big head" text as soon as fans quiet down. Just watch. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. I mean,
the Falcons creeping.
Kind of pitchy. But.
Gonna find ya.
Right on time.
Childish
Gambino called me the other day, and he told me, he said, he said, you want to come join me on tour?
What?
I got you. That's what he told me.
What is he touring? The Georgia Aquarium?
It's all good, bro. You know, Lo. A lot of things that you say on here that are controversial, and I think one of them is see the slander. See the slander that I have to deal with these young pups. These young pups be coming up behind me, try to give them some love, and both of them they out for That's all good.
I ain't saying that.
AB, scratch them off.
I told you they neighbors.
You know.
I told they next door neighbors. Steve be calling me the night of the game and say, "Hey man, I'm about to hop on the jet. You want to go to the game with me?" I'm like, Steve, I gotta get up and go to work. Well, I'm coming back the very next day.
Or he'll come back that same day. Like,
That's him. Jet life.
Yeah, you just walking through the airport like he going to the mall or something. Like no bag or nothing. Like
I'm coming right back. I'm like, Steve, you talking like we going to the mall or something, bro?
He say, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." That's the kids thing. I don't know what they talking about, but that was the kids.
Oh man, you gotta love it, man. J Kid says Uncle Steve got the red light special secret rooms. No Diddy. What in the world?
Hey, I was with you to the Diddy stuff, man. Slow down, J Kid. I was giggling with you till you went there, dog. No Diddy.
So I got an alert like right before I jumped on the show. They said that Jeff Ulbrich was requested for an interview with the Cowboys. I guess that's the DC. Did you see that, Tiny?
Yeah, and the Falcons blocked it.
They blocked it. Same way Big John blocked Uncle Steve shot that time at his house when they were playing basketball. But do y'all think?
I mean, he was hurting, dude.
Huh?
That's true, but he was hurting afterwards. He was sitting on the sofa, and it was hurting that day. You can talk all the junk you want to.
But I mean, y'all think we're gonna run it back with Jeff Ulbrich?
Depends on who they bring in here, bro. I mean, I'll say this: the established guys. If I see. In my opinion, if I see Harbaugh, McCarthy, or another established person, I don't know who I don't count Mike McDaniel. But if you see one of those type guys, I don't think so. But if I see somebody like a Clint Kubiak, or you would be foolish not to. You would be foolish to not try to retain him, if you ask me. But the fact that they denied him to Dallas, that's saying a lot.
It is. And let me ask y'all this on the same vein. I pretty much agree with Steve. I think if you get like one of the bigger name tenure guys, like no, we're gonna bring in our own staff. Hey Jeff, you did a good job, but good luck.
There you go.
And like Steve was saying, like a more younger, inexperienced coach, and I think they would fall under the umbrella of the franchise's influence and just keep Jeff Ulbrich, especially with all those young guys here that came. And then that way, you still got Nate Ollie and all them guys in tow as well. Because I do assume all of those are still on the contract like Ulbrich as well. But I want to ask y'all this because I don't really know like how this politic works in the NFL. Because to me, that was a little petty because, Arthur and Jerry Jones got their little rivalry or whatever. But does that influence like other teams when the Falcons request to interview their guys? Like, you think that influence anybody to block her back? Like, nah, you did Jerry like that, so we're gonna hammer you back.
I probably would be. I'd probably
it.
be in my petty bag.
Well,
if you did that to me. I probably would be.
we know how you roll. We know. But for everybody in the chat that's watching, Uncle's like one of the pettiest people I know, y'all. Like Uncle's so petty. Yes. Uncle's so petty, y'all. So yeah. So don't think about it like yourself. Like just think about it as like a normally somebody with the equal amount, like normal amounts of petty. Like
I am the least petty person.
Come on. It's either you know.
It's square.
Especially if you ain't from the metro.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah, he be hating.
What?
Man, he be hating.
Like treat me like I live in Mississippi somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey man, get outside 285, man. Life is rough. I'm talking that joke. I'm right outside 285. I'm talking that.
Man. But to your point, Tidy, yeah, I would think so though. It's like, look, just like you said, we've heard about owners and GMs and everybody beefing, right? That's the reason why Bill Belichick ended up not coming here, because Rich McKay and Bill Belichick, they've been going at it for years, right? So I could definitely see it being one of the situations where, look, you block my boy, okay, then that's cool. I'm gonna block you, but I don't think it's really going to affect us because most of the people that we looking at, they don't have jobs anyway.
You're right about that.
So real quick, since you mentioned his name, and just like brief, any thought now that the cupboard is bare in the front office? Any thought of running up to Chapel Hill and seeing if my man wanna try it again? I'm just hypothetically just asking. I mean,
I'll answer that for you, go low.
Please.
I'm gonna say no because I just feel like once if Belichick gets back in the league, once he breaks that record, I just think he's gonna be done. And I don't want to go through this find a coach thing again in the next year or two. So I would just say, hey, Bill, like we might have made a mistake the first time and we got to live with that, but thanks, but no thanks. And plus, I don't like how Bill Belichick did all that trolling in the summertime. So I took that a little personal.
I think Lowe said they can't build a playground next to Flowery Branch.
Wow,
that's true too.
I didn't say. I told y'all that
candy truck go cover our house.
That's true too.
Mr. Man.
Plus, y'all know them Atlanta athletes, they different, man. Bill might not want to bring old girl around.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
That's probably not a good idea for him. They different, bro.
Hey, bro. One day she on Chapel Hill to come down here in Atlanta on the main stage.
Your joker different, bro.
Man. They different. But to answer your question, I would hope not. Anyway, I know that Arthur Blank has like a fascination with Bill Belichick. Me myself, why would you want to rock with somebody who beat you and has trolled you many times after the most heartbreaking loss in Super Bowl history? You literally you could tell Arthur Blank didn't grow up around black folks, because in the black community you have to be preemptive to make sure that you do stuff so people don't joan on you in the future. Right. He's opened himself up for a whole bunch of joning that he legit don't want. I
kind of forgot about the trolling, and most of the trolling happened after he didn't get the job the second time.
Right,
so
he was bitter.
I kind of forgot about that aspect. Yeah, that could be kind of, That could be kind of interesting if that happened. That's woo. That was that's crazy.
Now I know a lot of people been throwing the name around for him, like as the head of football operations.
Nah, I don't want to be the coach.
You don't see that? I don't see that either. I don't see that either.
I don't want him. Nah, I'd rather let somebody else make those type of decisions. It's gonna be very interesting. The Matt Ryan thing is gonna be so intriguing to me to see, and really to see what Matt's philosophies are. I mean, what Matt is gonna see. Tidy, they said they're gonna let him help choose the head coach and the GM. And think about this. This guy couldn't throw. Not couldn't throw. We saw him going downhill fast as a player, and I know our the fans, we thinking about him as a player. I've never thought Matt wasn't cerebral. I think Matt is a smart guy. I think maybe his body may not have been able to catch up with maybe what he was thinking, but I always thought Matt was a smart dude. So does that translate into the front office? I guess we'll find out. But I will be very intrigued if they're announcing, and I'm telling y'all this, the job is going to be filled by Saturday. I'm telling y'all, because they got to get the rest of this stuff started.
Get the ball rolling.
They got to. So this job is going to be, if we don't hear it by tomorrow night, it'll be this weekend. And maybe he might do it tomorrow night because you don't want to. I know a lot of people don't like announcing stuff like that while football games are going on to take that out. But the Falcons, listen, you're going up against 8 other teams now, or 7 other teams to get these guys. You can't wait around to a week to hire this person in this position. I think that they have to be in place so they can start interviewing folks.
Do y'all think it's going to be one of those cases where it'll be the opposite of what it's been in the past, and we hire the president of football operations, the GM, and then the coach? Or
go ahead, Ty.
I'm hoping it ends up that way. That's more of a traditional route, I would say. But when you talk about the Atlanta Falcons, like, you never know.
You never know, bro.
I hope they do it. It seems like that's the structure they finally want to do now. So I hope so.
But here's the new thing, though, guys. Now that we have the football czar, which basically what it is, what difference is it going to make? If that's the guy that's going to, if the football czar person is the one that's reporting the author, what difference does it make now, whether you hire a head coach first or a GM first? It really makes no difference. Is the GM going to be that instrumental in hiring a head coach? I doubt it, because the GM is getting hired by the football czar.
Yeah.
So it's totally different than what it used to be. Remember how we made a big deal? Remember when they changed up the structure and Dimitroff got the second gig with Dan Quinn, and then they changed it where Quinn had the lifeline to blank.
Yeah.
Instead of Dimitroff.
That the Scott Pioli era?
Yes, it was.
Yep,
absolutely. So taking it a step further, 10 years later, I think we've gotten to the point where we're like, I know a lot of people I was hearing like, he didn't even get a chance to pick his own head coach. I think these days it doesn't matter. Now with that new person
I agree.
up top, it really doesn't matter.
I agree totally on that, Steve. I hear that a lot too, and I be saying the same thing. Like, of course, you probably still got some franchises that still do it that way, but I don't think the vast majority of them really operate under that structure anymore.
I don't think they do either. I don't.
Also, we got another Superman chat. Justin, he says Clint Kubiak and Michael Penix. Woo, that's fire. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat.
I'll always read your super chat. Uncle Steve will read your comment. Talk a lot about this and that. You know we act a fool. Should've known better than to answer that. The very comment I was reading. So we'll always read your super chat.
I was down on the farm down there in middle Georgia. We had a video down there. We were out there with the cows. I feel so when I milk this cow.
Tiny, why Uncle Steve knocking down everything that's not Metro Atlanta, man? Like what?
He prejudiced toward anything outside that loop that they love talking about.
What in the world?
Anything outside that circle they love to talk about.
Years ago, Tiny talked about the high schools in the Metro Atlanta area, and I tried to tell him we have some quality high schools up here, and he went back to the 80s where Warner Robins and teams like that probably prospered a little bit because they didn't play the city schools, but now that it's wide open, I don't think he's saying that much more. Matter of fact, Warner Robins lost to, Warner Robins beat the crap out of my alma mater about 4
that's
years
been
ago.
going on forever. Like, y'all might stick to track and field or something, man. Like,
y'all don't be saying that in basketball, though.
You're right about that.
You're right. I ain't gonna lie. You're right.
Right, you're right about that.
Well, so like the thing is that like especially when it comes to football, a lot of these kids like where I'm from, in Southeast Georgia, and I mean even where Tidy's from, a lot of these kids from like the more rural places are moving to Atlanta, to get a little bit more exposure and to get in those programs that kind of guarantees them a chance to go to college. Like
they're going to get a little bit more what?
Exposure. Oh, but exposure. Yeah. So
high schoolers can get that too.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend. Listen, they go down there. They go down there to Vidalia. Go down there and look. You see old boy working on the farm, and you tell him, say, "Hey, I need an O-line up there." Next thing you know, he gonna go to Cream High and
go to Buford. He gonna go to Buford. Go to Carrollton.
Buford. That's right. South Gwinnett.
Yeah.
So Kingston.
There you go. But it's real though. That's real. And you ain't gonna tell me they ain't got an aunt that live up in Stone Mountain that they can use their address for 6 months. Because they're gonna tell auntie, look, this little $50,000 that they giving me, I pay for your rent.
I know.
That's it. I mean, Tidy know back in the day, Lincoln County, Coach Campbell, he used to give the parents jobs to have them move to Lincoln County. And and bro, how many state championships Lincoln County got, Tidy?
Oh, they got a bunch. I don't know right offhand.
Well, I know they put us out twice back when I was in high school, and they were cheating. They had Crisco on their jersey. Like they'll just win by any means necessary.
Is that like single A, something like that?
Yeah. It was. Yeah, and the crazy thing is that them single A teams, they probably beat a lot of them 5A teams. I mean, I was in high school. We beat 5A teams.
Yeah, they got 11. Low.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We beat 5A teams when I was in high school. It's like y'all got all these boys and all of them South.
Yeah,
I don't want.
Every time we went to Mays, we used to think like, bro, y'all got like 100 people out here.
They went to Mays. They ain't never come to Doug with that nonsense. Douglas High School. They come up there and get sent back.
It didn't matter,
on, man. All thing good with the band. That was easy.
Oh yeah. Right. I remember the locker room. We used to try to sneak out to look at the band. Boy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because look, now when we from the band, the band was always trash. The band was always
too,
dog.
Y'all know that was your aunt. Your aunt was in the band.
But you crazy. But what's crazy? You talk about like the whole aspect of getting exposure / cha-ching is. Did you know that if you play high school football in Missouri and you go to a Missouri college, you could get your NIL while you're in high school?
Oh, man.
So why do you think Missouri is actually taking steps these last couple of years? Bro, it's all about the money, man.
You're going to have to figure out a way, and I know we're talking football, while you're on here, I know y'all guys have heard about the guy from the University of Washington who's trying to break away from his
contract,
his contract that he signed with Washington. Are we gonna be at a point, fellas, where eventually you're gonna have to put some handcuffs on this thing? Got to put some guardrails on it, man.
I think they eventually will. I do like the fact that the money is available now, because I've always strongly disliked the fact that the NCAA could make billions and billions of dollars. And then I remember they used to have the any of the players, they'd be signing footballs for 2 and 3 hours, and then like these guys can't even put $100 in their pocket for their own signature, So I do like the fact that now they can make a living, because they were the only ones not getting paid. But I think it's going to get to a point where they're going to have to be some kind of checks and balances on it.
Got to. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, it's like, bro, I'd have been in so many college football facilities across this country. Whenever I tell y'all it's the Wild West, man. I mean, at this point, bro, there's a kid that I'm helping. They offered him 50 acres of land.
Oh.
They offered him 50 acres of land in addition to money to sign to that. I ain't finna put the school out there.
Yeah.
Bro, there's one, and this wasn't one of my kids, but it's somebody I heard about. They bought the equipment, they bought the trucks and everything for him to start his own trucking company while he was in college.
Wow.
So it's starting to get ridiculous. They're going through so many means and everything just to get these kids to play football. And it's tough, because look, all these young kids who wouldn't have had any types of opportunities like this in the past, I'm so glad and I'm thankful for it. And the thing is that I really hope they use it to their benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, use those resources and put those resources where they need to be put. But man, it's getting bad. Somebody needs to crack down on this.
I'm not mad at the kids. I mean, the system, when I go back and I look at the highway robbery of Reggie Bush and, even LeBron, when he was in high school, couldn't even accept a freaking jacket and got him in trouble for 2 games and stuff like that. So I love the fact that they are being able to be compensated, because quite honestly, some of those guys in the 80s and 90s, when the money was really free flowing, they probably can take care of their kids and grandkids with the money that some of these athletes made that did for them. But at some point, you do have to kind of narrow it down. When it eventually gets to the super conferences, which I think is going to happen, you're going to have the 4 conferences with 16 teams each, like I think they will. I think at that point, that's when they're probably going to police each other and say, look, Texas, we know y'all can afford every single person in the United States, but y'all going to have to cap that thing at this amount of money and stuff. Look, I don't mind paying the kids, but I had that little 18-year-old making $2.5 million.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, woo.
It's crazy. I mean, there's a kid in Florida, like he went to, I think, St. Simon's or somewhere, and like he rented cabins or like little houses on the beach, and it was like him and 6 of his friends. He didn't just get a cabin for himself. He got like 4 cabins for 6 people. I'm like, y'all just wasting money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you probably spent a good $20,000 over the span of 3 days. I'm like,
think about if somebody gave us that back in our day, y'all. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, we know Lowe would have been making it rain, and Connie would have probably got a new tractor. And I'm just saying, y'all. Back in the day, I mean, we can't expect to tell. That's why I'm very when I hear them criticize what young kids doing with their money and stuff like that, I say, yeah, y'all, if y'all gave me that amount of money too, that money would be gone in a week.
Yeah.
If you did that. So I don't.
Mine would have been a Roth IRA. Thank you very much.
You can't even spell Roth.
magnet school person, APS. So I mean, you know, that's you know.
You know what?
I like that, Lo.
Good. All my Atlanta public school people rise up in the chat. Tell these folks. Tell these folks. Yeah, high school roll call right now. High school roll call.
Look, man. Look, one thing folks love to do in Atlanta, boy, they gonna tell you where they went to high school at. That's the first thing they gonna do.
What? Middle and high school.
Yes, sir.
How many school did you go to?
Boy,
man. That's proud
and shoot,
stuff, man.
Look, if you talk to them longer than 3 minutes, they're gonna tell you where they were born at. Grady, baby, you already know what time. Okay, all right.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You see Douglas getting in charge. You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Hey, all right.
Hey,
middle school gonna be next.
Hey, Astro. I hear you.
I'll put y'all high schools in the chat, man.
Yeah,
no
ATL skate man in here.
Archer High. Archer.
No state.
I got it.
They came into. I think when they closed down, they came into. A lot of them came into filtered into Doug.
When did Archer close?
It was a while ago. That's a little while ago. I think that was. Am I talking about Archer? Maybe not Archer. Maybe I'm talking about. It might not be Archer. I'm thinking about. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. My bad. Might not be Archer. Booker T. Booker T. Washington. Westlake. Yeah, that's where Cam went. Yeah, Westlake.
Did AJ Terrell go there too?
Yeah,
I think
AJ.
so. I think AJ.
Pac-Man.
Yep.
Pac-Man went there. Coach Roney went there.
Okay. Hey. Southside. I see
Southside High.
Yeah, Southside.
Also, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button. You hit that like button for you. Uncle Steve won't dance at your wedding one day.
Southwest. Hey, man. It's all good, man. Look at that.
You definitely don't want that.
Oh, back in the day, Southwest turned into Maze back then. So I know he got a little age.
That's why
Houston 078. There we go.
Don't say Houston, whatever you do.
Houston County Bears. Boy. Woo. Oh my goodness. Miss T said Bass. Now Bass High definitely is gone. But so that's been a while. Ooh, God bless you, Miss T, because I know you've been with us for a minute.
Golly, Steve.
Oh, she went to Bass. Bass was gone.
You see that?
Hey, she blessed to be put to the keystrokes. That's all right. I'm giving her love.
Miss T, part now.
We sorry, Miss T.
Miss T is cool. I'm saying Bass has been Miss T, tell him Bass was around. Bass closed, I want to say, in the 80s, right? Like in the 80s, possibly. So
I understand that, but you had to be like, dang, you've been here for a long time. You had
he didn't do all that, man.
You had to do all that.
Yeah. And he was so dismissive, like, good Lord. Like, whoa.
He's like, dang, you blessed. Like, dang, okay, all right. Dang,
we know you say your prayers.
And watch the Central
High. All right.
Central
High.
Macon, Georgia.
Trinity say Wheeler. Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. And we used to have a pretty good football team back in the day.
Mayweather.
It's he said 1988.
Okay. So see, I literally just graduated year before that. So
okay.
Yeah. Oh, she said that's her mom. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Right, shout out to mom. Mom know I wasn't messing with her.
Pretty classy lady. OG. Look, we sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of
nothing to apologize for. Her mom, I was giving her mom love. Y'all some
like, dang, you been here for a long time. You can't take folks nowhere.
Nowhere.
Can't take them nowhere, boy.
County. Worth County. All right.
I'll call it Pastor again.
You probably get me too. You probably get me. What you doing? What you doing messing up our reputation?
Man.
Oh,
y'all put your high schools in the chat, man. Now, while y'all put your high schools in the chat, I did want to ask y'all a quick question. Don't got nothing to do with football. Me and Coach Ronald, we were talking today. We got a little bit of an argument. Okay. I'm just going to drop it down. I asked Uncle Steve this earlier.
Hold on, you wrong.
What in the world?
Smart man.
I'm trying to get points, man.
Smart man.
She ain't gonna be mad at me.
Smart man, Steve.
Well, you know what? I ain't gonna tell you which one I said. So we'll take it from there. When was Michael Jackson the most popular, in the 80s or the 90s?
The 80s.
Okay.
I say the 80s.
Not even close. Not even close. Not even
okay.
Close. Okay. If you think about it, Off the Wall was released late 79. Off the Wall was Rock With You hit #1 in early 80. Then Thriller was released in 1982. Bad was released in 1987. So you think about that was really the height. That was also the public the debut of the moonwalk, which skyrocketed him to different heights.
Motown 25, right?
Motown 25. That's right. On Motown 25. You're absolutely right. So that was right at, I think that was early 83, if I'm not mistaken, because that was Billie Jean that he did on the show. So yeah. Listen, no disrespect to the 90s. Mike was still Mike in the 90s. But if you really look at it, Black and White, if I'm not mistaken, that was off his. Was that off? No, not History. What was the album?
That was Invincible.
Was it Invisible?
Yeah, I think that was Invincible.
Invincible. Okay, so Black and White was the only #1 from that album. Even though, obviously, Remember the Time, to me, that's my favorite Mike.
That's my jam.
What, the #1 song?
Remember the Time is my personal favorite.
That didn't go #1?
No, #3. Number 3.
What?
Number 3. Yes, sir. Number 3.
With that video?
That video hit #3. You know, y'all already know. I can name every Michael Jackson #1 song right off the bat, right now.
Wow.
But Black and White stayed #1 for 8 weeks. Remember the Time was the follow-up, and it got stuck. And I'm trying to remember what song was ahead of it. That whatever the song that was ahead of it stayed at #1 for a while. I can't remember what it was.
Was it Scream?
But, Scream hit #5. Scream only hit
was
#5.
on that album?
Scream. No, it wasn't on that album, but he was saying,
"Oh, okay."
The Scream period. That was number 5.
They say Black and White was on Dangerous, y'all.
Dangerous.
It was on Dangerous. Okay.
That was the one after, because it was Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. That was the name of the album? Dangerous?
Yeah, it was Dangerous. Yeah.
Dangerous. So Dangerous had the Michael Jackson. I mean, not Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan. That was Jam, right?
Jam
with Chris Cross.
Jam on that album.
Yeah. Heavy D.
Or was that the next one?
That was on Dangerous, right?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Oh
my goodness. Oh man.
So yeah, everybody in the chat, y'all let us know, when was Michael Jackson the most popular?
Yeah.
Was it in
80s,
as a matter of fact, and if you could let us know which decade you were born in as well, because I think I think that has a lot to do with it. But a lot of people said the 90s.
Probably because they were born in the 80s.
80s, exactly.
Yeah, Mike was in the 80s. If you think about the 80s were dominated by about 3 different acts: Mike, Madonna, and Prince. During that time, those were the mega stars, and Michael Jackson doubled anything that those two did. Mike was on a different level in the 80s. He was. It's not saying like like I said, not saying the 90s weren't profitable for Mike, but yeah, Dangerous. Yeah, Dangerous. Okay, so if Dangerous was 91, then that had to be Black and White, Remember the Time. And I could have sworn that was Jam too. Wasn't that Jam? Wasn't that?
I could tell you.
Jam, it said it was released July 13th, 92 from the Dangerous album. Fourth single.
Okay. Invincible was actually like in 94.
That sound about right. 94.
Yeah, 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Somewhere in that.
That's kind of when you saw kind of was coming down a little bit.
Coming down just a little bit. There you go. It was so yeah, y'all might remember some stuff in the 90s from him, and not saying it wasn't good, because that album was oh my god, what was the main song off that album?
Off the Invincible album?
No, Invincible was like, wasn't Invincible? What the last one was? What was the last one with Butterflies? Wasn't that Invincible?
Yeah, that was 01.
Yeah, so that was 01. So I'm talking about the one that was in the mid. It was one in between. No, it wasn't History, right?
I thought that was after Invincible. Was it not?
Well, You Are Not Alone. What was that?
That was like 90. That was like 98.
That was like the greatest hits one. Right?
Matter of fact, let's just look up the list of Michael.
That was the greatest hits one. Like I said,
History came out in 95.
95. Okay, so that was the one with Scream. Scream was the debut single with him and Janet that hit number 5.
Mm-hmm.
You Are Not Alone was the first song in Billboard history to debut at number 1 when it debuted. That was the very first one to do it. But after that, Mike kind of leveled out a little bit.
Yeah. He did, and also around that time, allegations.
The stuff. That's right. So that's when Mike kind of leveled down, and as great. I thought Invincible. I don't know if y'all. Invincible was a very nice album. Rock My World, Butterflies, and everything like that. But at that time, Mike was kind of like a little sizzle point. It almost would have been like buying R. Kelly at that time, but not on that level. But you know what I mean.
And also, I think the infusion of music changing too impacted him as well, because you had Mary J's. You just had a lot of different kind of R&B coming in, and then the golden era hip hop was on the brink. So the landscape of music was starting to change around that time as well.
You were talking about Mary J. It's so funny that you say that, because she was one of the first ones that kind of infused that hip hop into R&B, and everything real Mike was doing was popish, and everything that Mary J. them were doing was kind of like had a little
had that bop to it.
That little bop, that little thing.
Hot kid.
That was it. I mean, that was it back then. That's actually a good what do you say? Smooth Criminals 90. No, Smooth Criminal was 80. That was all bad. Yeah, that was all bad.
Yeah, that was 80.
That was like 80.
I mean, it's looking like, based off the chat though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yes, it's gotta be, because I'm not trying to be funny. I think you're gonna say what you probably remember.
Yeah,
and I think the answer truly, his peak, his astronomical peak, was in the 80s. He was still around in the 90s, but he wasn't hidden like he was.
I'm sorry, Steve.
You good.
I think the most maybe logical way to look at it is really whenever Thriller was released. Has any album ever sold more copies than Thriller?
No.
Has any album came close?
The Eagles' greatest hits was popping back and forth.
Greatest hits.
Greatest
hits.
When Michael died, then it was all over with.
Crazy.
Thriller Thriller kind of came out. But as far as, you're absolutely right. Thriller broke the record. Right. And it is kind of unfair with the greatest hits to kind of put that up against a regular album.
Studio album.
A studio album. So Thriller, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Thriller was the highest grossing album before it finished its peak. In other words, when Thriller was released in 82, by the time 84 came, it was already the biggest all-time selling album. So
I remember being a kid during that era, man. It was like it was unbelievable. I remember anytime Mike would release a video, it would be bigger than an NFL game. Yes. You'd have a primetime show for it, and they would advertise it. And people would just get in front of their TV and watch it, and that's what you talked about for the next 2 to 3 weeks. It was, if you didn't live that era, and luckily I was here, and it was those jackets. Michael Jackson was beyond huge. Huge is not even the right descriptive for him.
You said this, Tidy. I don't know if people remember, they debuted Bad on network TV. So at that time, videos didn't come on network TV.
Nah.
They had a prime time releasing of the Bad video with Wesley Snipes, where they made the little half movie on, I think it was CBS at the time. And I just remember saying, oh man, this dude right here is like hot as fire. So I hear people, going for the 90s, and God bless you, but it's not close.
And you know what's even crazier is the fact that everybody knew whenever Michael Jackson was dropping a video that we didn't have no social media.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Because we talked to each other back then.
We talked to each other back then. Exactly. Like, hey, you be at church, you be like, hey, Michael Jackson dropping that black and white video. Y'all make sure y'all at home now, 5 o'clock.
That's crazy. And folks would be home, and they would be at home watching that video.
Right.
That is absolutely crazy, man.
Because if I'm not mistaken, did he drop that black and white video like during a playoff game or something, like at halftime or something? Or I remember it was on a Sunday.
Yeah, it does. I was in the military then. It seemed like I do remember there being some kind of special thing with the black and white video. Because that was Macaulay Culkin, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin and the dude from Cheers, and I think I remember something to where that being released. What might the first halftime show after In Living Color for the Super Bowl? After In Living Color. I know what you mean after the Living Color.
So I seen somebody from In Living Color talk about it. They said that I forgot how they explained it.
I do remember there was a year that during halftime, In Living Color literally popped on at halftime and had their own halftime show on the Fox channel. Like They had a living room. They did the little Men on Film, and I think Fire Marshal Bill and whatever.
Home in the Clown.
That Home in the Clown. Yeah, there you go. They did their little sketch thing in that. So as soon as halftime started, they were like, hey, turn to Living Color. We'll put on a halftime show while everybody else doing their halftime show. But I think going back to 3 Dirty, I don't think that was the one that Mike was. I don't think they would compete with that. I don't think they would have competed with Michael Jackson. Yeah. I don't think they would have gone up against Mike Living Color with him. I don't think so.
And apparently the Braves dropped their TV deal.
I think I was seeing something about that. I think I saw something. I think it's like 9 teams that did that. Thriller record set 37 non-consecutive weeks at number 1. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's not. I don't think that's not the record for number 1. I think the number 1 is another soundtrack. I think soundtrack from South Pacific. I think that was number 1 for like 60 something weeks. But as far as number of units sold, Thriller is far ahead. But
speaking of Billboard, this is just one of my quick pet peeves, fellas. Being that I was in both eras, you know, the physical copies and the streaming era. Steve, I know you was 8-track, but we ain't going far back.
Real to real, baby. I remember that.
Like one thing that aggravates me. I mean, it don't aggravate me. Well, I'm just upset about it. But I don't know. Now, like I see all these people, so and so just broke the #1 at Billboard and all this, and I be thinking to myself, but that's streaming. Like back in the day, man, you had to walk, you had to get in your car, or you had to walk or get on the bus. You had to go into a retail establishment and buy these albums, buy these singles. That's when they still sold singles. So that's how they track singles back then. And now all I gotta do is let me get on this phone. To me, I know they'll probably never do it, but I really wish there was some way you could separate streaming records and physical copy records. I wish there was some way they just would separate the two, because I just think it's and nothing against, you know, these new artists. Nobody could determine when they're born or whatever, but it's just such an unfair advantage to me, because it's not the same.
I think Billboard, in my opinion, was trying to go with what the new thing was, which was streaming at the time. But what they found out in some of that streaming numbers that they get, I know y'all heard of K-pop. A lot of the K-pop groups, they would, the little group BTS, worldwide, they're popular. But they would have factions of their fans that would literally get on their YouTube and play the video over and 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 over. You get my point?
Sound like Drake. Sound like Drake
up. And that's probably what I know. And they started doing that, and you probably got the Drake. I'm sure the Beehive does it. I'm sure you know,
the bars.
I was trying to think what they call Nicki Minaj folks.
I'm sure the guy folks like Uncle Steve does it. You know? I don't know if you know this title. Uncle Steve get next to the guy, boy. That's like a local guy.
Can't even mess with you, man.
Teddy Riley.
Yeah, boy.
Look at that.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
But to your point, Tidy, and it shows on the charts. There are songs now that stay on the charts for 50 and 60 weeks in the top 10. That doesn't what that's telling you is that they're watching the same crap over and over and over and over, and we're not giving these new artists and the new songs that come out, you're not giving them a shot. Dude, right. Do you realize Take Your Time, What's the Rush? Mutt.
Oh yeah.
Mutt was released in 2024. Do you realize it's in the top 10 right now? So and that's not saying we don't like the song. What it's saying is the metrics that they use, Tidy, just like what you were saying, the streaming numbers, if they took that out and just made people buy physical, copies of the album, which obviously you would be foolish to do that because streaming is cheaper. But they have it now to where, dude, who goes and buys physical copy? Even though I know vinyl is making a comeback in a lot of places.
Yeah.
A lot of people
we actually have a few vinyls.
Right. I have a stack of.
I got some.
I said, but I'm saying we've been buying them. We've been buying more of them recently, like of the newer music.
Dude, I got that was one of my Christmas gifts from my mother-in-law before she passed away. She gave me one of those, and because she thought she knew I had a whole thing of vinyls, and I still keep them. But to your point, the big artists, that you'll see them release vinyl copies of it, and that counts towards the chart. Yep. How do you count streaming? So, like, I keep hearing rumors that J. Cole's coming. Is either J. Cole or somebody's coming out tonight. J. Cole or
What?
Drake. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think this rumor.
Look at old
I think that's the rumor.
I didn't know that.
Coming out.
Look,
I'm the rap guy.
Look, I better tell you something now. I'll be plugged in. I'll be look.
Tyler be putting him on game. Tyler be putting him on
Look,
game.
I don't know if it's Tyler what.
Man, be Tyler putting him on game.
Like we be talking, I'll be like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. That Tyler the creator. I like, what you know about Tyler creator?
Right.
Like,
Hey,
like,
bro,
okay, then, all right.
I try my best. I try my best to keep up. I try to. But when he comes out again, people aren't gonna go by the physical record. They're gonna wait at midnight and wait for the thing to drop, and they just go to the $12.99 they already playing the Spotify per month and Apple Music per month and just listen to it there, man. You can't make money like them folks don't make money like they used to. That's why rappers are acting and doing fashion and
doing what we doing, podcast.
Yeah, doing we absolutely and absolutely. And concerts. Think about concerts now. Do y'all what is a rap concert right now? Dude, I looked on streaming, and speaking of Tyler the Creator was in the round where somebody was just basically playing music. And all he had to do was just stand in the middle. They're literally playing the tracks.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, that was
vocals.
like that was blasphemy to come out there and not be live with the music or have a DJ out there doing that stuff. No, them cats are coming out there now. They just like play the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes they leave the vocals on.
Yeah. And that's why, like, if y'all, I don't know if y'all ever went to one, but if you ever went to a Jay-Z concert, you really got your money's worth because he don't use any backing vocals at all.
There you know,
the only thing he using is an instrumental and a microphone. Turn them vocals all the way off.
Love it. And that's probably why he's Jay-Z. And you know what I'm saying? But the rest of these guys, don't get me wrong, but the money they make, that's really the only way a lot of those cats make money. When my man, what's my man that asked the girl to marry him? Asked Mariah the scientist.
Oh, Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Young Thug. I mean, his little set, it was a nice little set, but they just playing the tracks. They don't even bring the entourages like they used to. They have people on stage.
Hey, they throwing them Ricos out now.
Exactly.
Man,
look.
Like, nah, y'all stay at home.
Them jokers literally come show up. They be just vibing. Like, they be dancing to the song. They don't even really be performing. They be like, look, I'm here. Like, we can all dance together. Y'all stay down there, though. And, like, I just still here dance and I ad-lib myself, but I ain't finna rap this whole song for you. Like, I mean, that's just what it is nowadays.
Why? But why? I mean, you don't need to. I mean, people are gonna, that's crazy.
And I think some of that, I think it's a trickle down effect, and I think it probably starts at the point where back in the day, there was no email me the track, email me the verse, email me the song. No, you, the producer, the engineer, y'all are gonna go in the studio together. Y'all finna make this song. And I think all of it just when things get that convenient, you kind of lose the essence a little bit. And I think that's what's probably gonna happen. So
I could definitely see that. I mean, I remember whenever they did that Watch the Throne album, and I told Coach Ronnie, I was like, they obviously weren't in the same room when they recorded these songs. First of all, I was like, you could tell they were all throwaway songs, but you could just tell by the vibe that Jay-Z was going off of and by the vibe Kanye was going. Like, yeah, Jay-Z was in Hawaii and Kanye was in Paris.
Right.
Right.
Hence the names,
Yeah. But it's just amazing now that I don't even know, like, rap music and not even just rap music. I can't even pick on them, but like the music industry itself is as profitable as it once was. I mean, who's really making the money?
Kendrick Lamar.
That's about it. That's about it. I mean, he's about to dominate the Grammys coming up here in a minute. So that's going to put more into his. They say he had the biggest rap tour of all time
crazy,
last year.
Yeah,
that was crazy. We went to it when it was here in Atlanta. It was crazy.
Yeah, off of a and to think he was already Kendrick, but he became Kendrick when he dissed the band. That's
crazy.
That's
crazy.
Crazy. That is crazy work, man. I don't even know, man.
Georgia Clay Dre says, I don't really listen to current artists. 2010 and below is my range.
I mean, again, I've already kind of said who I listen to. There are few things that catch my ear now. That I mean, I know a lot of people have the folks that they listen out for. It's like anytime I said I'm just big on Tyler the Creator because I think musically he's a genius musically. And a lot of people say he can rap. He's all right to me, but I just like the melodies that he has.
The creativity.
Oh man, he is one of the top. But I don't know. Is there anybody for y'all that just when they that any current artist that just
there's a dude named Big Low Country.
I thought he was gonna say extra big plug. I thought that's what he was about to say. I thought that's what you were about to say at first.
Oh,
that's what you were about to say.
I mean, as far as like these newer rappers, it's kind of hard for me to get into. Like there'll be a couple songs that I run across. That Coach Ronald, she tells me all the time. It's like whenever we sit around and talk about music, Coach Ronald be like, "Yeah, Coach, he doesn't listen to new music. He always wants to listen to his 90s and early 2000s stuff." And I do. I mean that's true, but I do listen to some of these new Young Thundercats and everything. But I mean, as far as like a current artist right now today that I try to keep an ear out for, there's really nobody because I came up in the like the old school Cash Money days and the T.I.'s and Young Dro, Jeezy and all that, and even before that in the 90s. So yeah, I mean it's hard for me to really get into any of these new rappers. Now, as far as like the R&B side of it, I love me some SZA. I really like SZA, and Coach Ron is getting tired of me singing "Folded" while I walk around the house by Kalani.
Toddy, I know you're a big Outkast guy, but is there anybody else now, just like in the now range, that just makes you like?
I'm pretty. My answer mirrors what Lo just said. I'm like old school, like 90s rap, Outkast, Wu-Tang, Nas. I love the fact that Nas is still releasing music and 2026. Yeah. Jay-Z. I mean, there's certain songs that a new artist can make that I can I can vibe and bop with that. I think kind of like my cutoff age where I just like really stopped keeping up. Like probably was around 2012, 2013, somewhere around that area, around the time Drake, Kendrick, all them guys came out around that time. J. Cole. I know sometimes because like I got two younger nephews in their 20s, and sometimes I'll call or text them like, "Hey man, put me up on something new. I need what's going on?" I'm trying to stay hip like you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And then I always tell them, like, don't be sending me none of that music where all they talking about is sliding on your ops now. That's how I know I'm starting to age. And one of my nephews like, "Hey, now I'm gonna give you somebody who be dropping a little knowledge like you like." I'm like, "Oh, you want to hear all that demon time music? Now I need some balance." That's how I know I'm getting older too, man.
Absolutely. I mean, think about the dangerous artists back in our day. They're considered like G. They're considered Disney. Think about. I mean, people were trying to ban Run DMC, and I'm like, for what? Right. And back in the day, I mean, that some of the stuff NWA did back then. Now, compared to now, it's like babyish.
Exactly.
Compared to what the kids are talking about. So
we're talking about now.
I mean, it is really weird. So I'd probably obviously might go back a little bit more, but y'all just, I mean, I'd love pop. I'm still a pop music guy. I still get into my my pop bag. I can't get away from Stevie, Prince, Madonna. So I stay in that pocket. But I'm also open to a few of the folks out right now. I love Bryson Tiller. Daniel Caesar is somebody that I get into now.
Bryson Tiller annoys me, man. I don't know what it is.
But you know what? No, I think he I don't know. He's about the closest that I get to what was in my pocket. As
far as like R&B.
Yeah,
it's hard to find like legit R&B. There's this one guy Coach Ron to listen to. Ah man, I can't remember his name. I find it. I send it to you. But yeah, I mean he was an R&B. But you know what? One thing that I miss the most as far as like R&B music, I miss the four brothers and the matching outfits. You know what I'm saying? Like the four brothers and the matching outfits that put together the song. You got that one that don't say nothing until the end, till the crescendo.
Or the bass guy.
Or the bass, exactly. You know,
but remember that hit his peak in the 90s. Remember, you had the 4-man group, the jagged edge, not the jagged edge, the
Boys to Men,
the Boys to Men, the Troop, Cisco them,
After 7.
But
that was a 4-man group.
What's our folks? Drew Hill, the Jodeci. That little era right there was cool. Which H-Town?
H-Town. Yeah.
Ideal. I used to like Ideal a lot.
Just that era.
Public announcement. Man.
Oh my goodness. What's the Two Close Brothers? You dancing me love.
Talk about
oh
man.
Oh my goodness.
Too Close. Ariel and
what's the boy's name? I'm gonna be pissed. Oh,
Next.
Yeah,
they wasn't a quartet.
I forgot about Next.
Used to love that song, man. But I used to love it. Oh my god.
I said the barge.
The barge now. I ain't gonna lie to you now. The barge. I love the barge. A little sensitive over there with the barge. Thinking about you.
Look at it.
I don't get me wrong.
That disco era.
It was, right? The horns were hitting, boy.
I love the barge. Man. Those brothers. I don't know, man. A lot of long hair. But I love them as a group. But the old girl was in that group too, though. Funny.
Yeah.
Funny was in there.
Yeah.
I guess they were.
But I mean, as far as like R&B, it's like I miss those. That's what I miss. It's hard. Like you don't see like a group put together anymore, and you know what I'm saying. I know TGT tried to do it. You know, Genuine. I don't know what Genuine had going on at that performance that time. That's what Deanna said. Silk. Yeah, that's true. Silk.
Yeah, Silk.
Yeah, I forgot about Silk.
What's going on, Jack? Jack said, "Hey, is space available? Because I got some things to say." He picking on you on. That's
you know what? So tiny. So I'm gonna circle back around. Last night, okay. So obviously, the other big news in Atlanta is our boy Trae Young.
Ice Trae.
Ice Trae moving on. Now, last night it was a little bit of a funeral that people were having for him, and I was. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate Trae. I appreciate Trae, but I think we've had these conversations before because here in Atlanta, we kind of build up legacy much more than it really is.
I agree.
Trae Young was nice, but in my opinion, I'm not exactly like shedding tears for this trade because it was probably very much needed. And guess what? You might want to get the value now because that value might not be the same at the end of the complaint was about, oh, we couldn't get a number one pick for him. We couldn't get this right here. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, but that should have told you. Nobody else wanted to get Trae.
Yeah.
You did this 2 years ago, maybe. But I don't know. What you think, man?
Oh, I totally agree with you. I done said some of the same about some of our Atlanta legends, like on the worldwide spectrum outside of our fan base, they're not as big and as great as we think they are.
Right.
And there had been multiple reports that a lot of teams just were not interested in trading for Trae Young, and the Hawks obviously didn't want to pay him that max contract. So I'm kind of like you, Steve. I mean, he's obviously a legendary Hawks player, without a doubt. But it's not. I mean, you wasn't winning with him. I mean, you had that one magical season, but outside of that, you weren't winning with him.
And so we'll remember the moments. I mean, who could forget him shutting down New York? Who could forget him? In those moments like that. But if we really add it up, I mean, a few play-in tournaments, and sometimes we got in, sometimes we got out. And I was trying to. I mean, it was a legitimate debate yesterday in the other parties about Luka Doncic being the same as Trae Young, and I was saying to myself, and I was like, it's very interesting because Luka is been an all NBA player for the last 4 or 5 years. And while you can argue about the success rate, I don't think you can argue about the quality of play as far as Trae to Luka.
Are you saying are you saying talent level? The same?
Talent level wise, I think from a sense that.
Oh, you think they're the same talent level, Steve?
No, I said Luka is twice the player.
I misunderstood you. I'm like, I was gonna let you keep kicking for a second, but I said, must have hit that wine cellar, man, before he came in here tonight.
So again, my friend, no, clearly Canadian, by it. No, but I was having not an argument, but
it's okay to say argument. That's not a bad word.
With one of my fellow content creators, and I mean, they were basically beating the chest down. 2 of them were telling me how great how great Trae is, and that he compares to Luka. And I'm saying, look, guys, the only resemblance they have is that they were drafted in the same draft. And I hear you, Antonio. The defense thing, that you're not gonna get an argument out of that.
They bought on the same tier there, but that's where it stops.
But that's where it stops. Luka has exceeded what he was thought to be as the 3rd overall pick. And he's been an all NBA player at least 4 times, and it's probably 5. Yeah. The run they made to the finals, I mean, at least he's had a couple of runs. You could argue he hadn't had a lot, kind of like Trae, hadn't had a lot around him.
True.
And it's really not a contest to me. I think that for me as an Atlanta fan to pretend to take the Trae side and try to act like he's better, that would be disingenuous.
No, they definitely not equals. They definitely not equals.
You
Well,
would
I
have
mean,
loved that. You would have
I
loved
mean,
that.
but y'all know how it is. It's like, you have your baby. You think your baby is prettier than everybody else's, right?
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, look at her. Ain't she? Isn't she lovely? Everybody like, she's a baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It goes back to the age and the topic that we all bring up during the summertime when we don't have a topic to bring up. That is Matt Ryan a Hall of Fame player, and again through rose-colored Atlanta Falcon eyes, it's a no-brainer, first ballot, whatever. And I sit here as what I call myself I think I'm a strong Atlanta fan, and I say no. I don't think Matt reached that criteria. As much as I liked him as a quarterback for the Falcons, maybe if he gets this job, y'all, and does well before his eligibility, which is what, next year or the year after?
It's coming up. This is about to be his 4th year retired, right? No, 3rd year, because he didn't technically retire one of them years. He just didn't play.
So putting those two together, fellas, think about it. If Matt Ryan can come in here and be able to put his stamp on a winning team the next 2 years, does that help his credibility you're not supposed to think about it that way, but you know how subconsciously that stuff will get into your mind.
I'm going to answer that.
Go ahead.
My apologies, Steve. I'm going to answer that. Let go. This may be a surprise, but I actually think the job he is now about to leave gave him a better shot than the current job he's about to take.
Oh, okay.
I think the networking opportunities would have served him better as an analyst.
Bigger, broader audience.
Bigger, broader audience, more influence. Like, damn, that guy was really smart, huh? I overlooked him all them years. Let me go back and look at that 2016 film.
There you go. There you go. That's actually a very good point. And I never thought of that like that, because people are seeing him on the national show every week and get to hear his analysis. And they go back and say, wait a minute. Because look, I'm not a Dan Orlovsky super fan, but I will say, okay, as a backup quarterback, he got a little knowledge up there. And Hasselbeck's brother, Matt Hasselbeck's brother, on ESPN. Like, those guys have a little bit more than I kind of thought. So you got
and it's the same for people who are now like actually outside of when he be trolling and trying to get engagement on his show. But when Cam Newton just talks football and he's not trolling people, you're like, damn, Cam can be a coach. I mean, when he's just, not doing this trolling, him and Asante or going at Dion, when he's obviously trying to get the engagement going, which I don't blame him for, So he's just talking X and O's. Like, damn, I didn't know Cam had that.
I chilled out with Cam at this C1N at a couple of his practices, and like just hearing them sit around and talk about ball, you'd be like, I see why you the pro and I'm not, right? Like Cam no ball. Yes, Cam legit no ball.
And you heard the news, he's supposed to be I think making a return to Carolina.
Yeah, he's supposed
to
bang
drum. Do the pounding of the drum, their little equivalent to our train whistle,
our horn.
To our thing, which is interesting to me that they would bring him back. He gonna make good for him that he's doing that, but it's kind of interesting. Hey, while we on here, can we go over our thoughts on the weekend's games right quick?
Yeah.
What y'all looking at in the, trying to pull up the schedule right quick that we got going on this weekend with the NFL that we're not going to be a part of.
I got the games right here.
Talk to me.
All right. So first game, Los Angeles Rams at Carolina Panthers.
Okay. Give me Rams 30, Carolina 17.
Daggone. Double digits, huh?
Double digits.
Goodness. What you think, Ty?
I don't know why, but there's a part of me that thinks Carolina might just make this a game.
Me too. Me too.
I think they've been out the playoffs so long they're gonna be scragglers. If I gave a score prediction, I would probably say 24-20 Rams.
Okay. I'm gonna go for Carolina. I think Carolina might pull this out. I'm gonna say 21-23 Panthers.
One of the reasons why I think the moonshine, as far as the percentage wise in the cup that you're drinking, might be a little bit more mixed than normal. If you look at Carolina was at one point 8-7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Carolina lost the next week and then turned around and lost again in a play and I'm in game when all the marbles were there. There is something in my mind that says if Carolina was that team, I think they would have taken care of business against Tampa Bay. They actually, in a lot of ways, outplayed Tampa Bay in that game that they played against Tampa and the refs. But
yes,
but again, you had the opportunity to close it out then, and you didn't. I think the Rams are just a better team. Devontae Adams comes back. I mean, it's
See, and this is the reason why I was saying that I feel like Carolina could pull it out. They're gonna have home field advantage, and it's supposed to be heavy rain on Saturday.
Is it going to be on one side of the field or the whole field? I was just trying to see, just to
make sure,
just to see anything. Is there an umbrella over the Carolina side? Last I checked, in the rain, Carolina didn't do that well either.
Hey, look. I ain't knocking you on. I just got a funny feeling with Carolina. That's all I'm saying. You know how it is in the playoffs. It's like anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
That's true. All right, 2-1.
Georgia Bulldogs ain't playing this week. Anything can happen.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Green Bay at Chicago.
I think on that one, I'm gonna go with the young Cubs. I'm gonna go with the young Cubs, man. I think that youthful leadership with Ben Johnson. I really feel like Caleb Williams is going to be a big stage quarterback for this next generation of elite quarterbacks, and I think he's going to showcase it starting this weekend. I'm going Chicago. Score prediction. Now that one, that's probably why I don't think it might be as close as it should. I'm gonna say 31-21 Chicago.
Okay. Last year I saw Caleb Williams and me and Lowe have had this conversation, and I said coming into this year, I said Caleb Williams is gonna surprise people. He's not even. I don't think he scratched the surface. I think he's gonna be one of the best QBs in the game. Green Bay is coming in limping. We really don't know how healthy Jordan Love is right now. Michael Parsons not being on the defense is going to hurt a little bit. Swift is starting to run the ball a little bit better for Chicago. I'm kind of in that same. I don't even want to steal the score from you, so I'll go down 30-20 Bears.
And Steve, I never really understood, like, because Caleb was he was like highly scrutinized and criticized as a rookie, and I was like, I never saw like him. I mean, he started off rocky, but what Ricky don't? You know what I mean? But I just never could piece together. I'm like, when I used to watch him play, like this guy really, he playing pretty good football for. I just didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I think.
Remember?
I think I think probably I guess some of his antics coming into the league, and then you had all these rumors, oh, he want to be the half owner of the team, and I think people like just brought that on with him in the NFL.
Does it kind of remind you a little bit what they doing to Shador this year a little bit? I mean, and of course Shador it's on a bigger scale, bigger scale right, but. It was one of those things. The stories we used to get about Caleb was the look, the attitude. I remember seeing somebody look at him slump down on this team. That's not a leader. That. That's not a things like that we
same
are.
Thing with Cam too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and sometimes they don't understand the psyche of some of these young men. They want to win this thing so bad, brother, that their whole world comes to an end when they don't win. And that's just how some of these young men are built now.
Right. And sometimes you get caught in a moment because like we're watching them on TV and you're just catching this half a second instant reaction of just being pissed off because I'm about to lose and I didn't play like I think I should have played.
You got the TikTok moment that shows him in his attitude. What they don't show is a minute wiping that off, going over, talking to the team and whatever. So quite honestly, this second year is not a shock to me. I was telling people, I don't know what y'all looking at. Dude, I would have taken Caleb Williams in a heartbeat last year. Right. If we had an opportunity to do that. What do you think, Flo?
I mean, I remember that first year Caleb Williams, but it was just completely. Eberflus was terrible, bro. And everything just looked completely unorganized. And I told Steve, I was like, man, Caleb Williams just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And then I had to send him a text the other day. I was like, you were right.
I was, and I wasn't trying to be right, Tiny. I mean, I remember, you know how low get like, oh no, he's so good. And I'm like, and I'm telling him, I'm saying, no, man.
You got the impersonation right.
I told him, I said, no, man. I said, Caleb good.
Oh man.
I said Caleb is good, man. He gonna be all right.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, I don't know about that one, Bo. You shoot. But hey, I'll admit I was wrong.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You know, they ain't nothing but me and you. I was just laughing because he literally out of nowhere, Tiny. He just see me this way saying, "You right, man, Caleb." hey. All right, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
so who's your pick? Lo?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one. And it may be because of selfish reasons. Because we'll have a chance to get, Matt LaFleur. If we get Matt LaFleur, it's gonna be so fun. I'm just gonna be saying Soccerly Blue and all kind of stuff. It's gonna be so fun if Matt LaFleur is the head coach. I think the Bears just got too much for him. Like you said, we don't know how healthy Love is, and that offense is just they're on a whole nother level. So yeah, I got to go with the Bears on that one. Next one is Buffalo at Jacksonville.
Might
be the game of the week right there. No lie.
It probably will. You can't do nothing but respect the season Jacksonville had this year. Especially after so many down years, and even a good portion of the Jaguars fan base, wondering if Trevor Lawrence is really the guy. I think they won about 13 games this year.
Yeah, so Jacksonville has won 13. Buffalo has won 12. Buffalo is favored by 1 point.
Okay, yeah. To make it quick, I think Jacksonville is headed down the right path to be a dangerous team these next 3 to 6 years. But I think Josh Allen and that experience of being in the playoffs and being in the big moments and knowing what it takes to play a complete game and how the speed and the tempo changes in the playoffs, I see Buffalo probably by a field goal. It could go into overtime, but I see Buffalo winning this game. Score prediction 14-17.
Ooh. Okay. What you think,
Hearing it from me here, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is going to be the first playoff that Josh Allen didn't have that immovable object in front of him, number 15. And whether he have to be on the road or not, I think Josh Allen is going to look at this as this is his validation year. He has no Lamar. He has no Mahomes in the AFC. And I think even with a young Drake May sitting out there, even with Denver's defense sitting out there, I think Josh Allen is saying, if I ain't going to get it done another year, this going to be the year that I'm going to do it. I'm same with you, Tidy. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to, give me Buffalo, maybe a smidge higher. I'll go 21-17 in Jacksonville.
Okay.
I forgot 15 ain't there. Good.
15
point. Bring it up.
15
the eighth wonder of the world.
Get your chat there, Lo.
Oh, yeah. So Jake Hoop, he says, do y'all think a big name and it will be traded forever for a first round pick back? Wait a minute. Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah. Do y'all think a big name will be traded for our first round pick back? So in other words,
I shouldn't have read forever.
Recoup. I speak jive. So
okay, gotcha. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Jay. What's love?
Sometimes I speak mistype stuff sometimes.
I'm the mistype king. I be looking back like, damn, did I type that?
And Jay Coop, that's not no hate on you, Jay. I know that's not no hate on you, Jay Coop. I'm messing with you because I mess up a lot. So trust me.
Hey, same thing here.
Yeah.
Same thing here.
I'm like, I know them folks who read that thing. I'm ignorant as that comes.
but to answer that question, I don't see us trading anybody big time, man. I think the Falcons are gonna roll like they roll. As Arthur Blank says, man, and I know we never really get back to the game, but I really think this roster, even this year, with the guys that are leaving, I still think this roster is capable enough to win the NFC South, and we'll make some changes. Got to get the quarterback situation figured out, but I still think in the NFC South we have an opportunity. So I don't think you play with trying to trade anybody. I don't even know aside of Bijan right now if anybody is going to be worthy of going back of getting a first round pick back. That Bijan is your only first round pick player right now. Okay, would y'all agree?
I mean,
yeah.
Who you think that we would be willing to trade? I mean, I'm saying like that we would be. Yeah. I mean, and first of all, and mind you, I'm not willing to trade Bijan.
No.
But I was just thinking about like James Pierce or, like I don't know. I mean, it seems like he won the first, right?
I don't even know if he's worth a first at this point.
Man,
I think he would bring you a good investment back, but I don't know. He might be. I don't know because he technically was the first. Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe not a top 10. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
but I don't. Bijan is the only.
Not even Drake London.
Drake is second round.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Come on, Steve.
I don't know, man. No,
You had like we said Darnell Mooney.
No, right.
I was saying David Seals. Like, come on, man.
I can see a second round pick, but I think Drake is. I think Drake is third, man, right now.
Okay,
I ain't mad at you.
I
ain't mad at you.
And love Drake. Love Drake. I can't. I don't see it.
Well, as far as my prediction for that Buffalo Jacksonville game, I apologize, fellas, but I got to go against the grain. I understand this is Josh Allen's opportunity, and it's going to make some great television for next year because they're going to talk about how Josh Allen had free range, and he unfortunately he doesn't have a Lamar, he doesn't have a Patrick, but he does have a Trevor. And Trevor's been playing some pretty good ball.
Yes.
Jacksonville by 7. I'm just going to say it. Jacksonville by 7.
Convincingly.
Duval. Remember we went to that game in London. And the folks with Duval and that Tiny. You go all the way across the sea. You go into a game in London, and all you Duval.
Oh man!
And you know, and no, you don't get a chance to see no touchdowns. That was the toughest part. That was the toughest part.
No, that's right. No, Bijan scored one.
Bijan scored a touchdown.
Yeah, remember at the very end.
Okay.
Not the end, near the middle when they
I think I remember that.
Threw the pick 6 and he threw another near Bijan later on.
Yeah. I love Desmond. Gotta love it. Good days. Good times. All right. San Francisco at Philly. They got Philly favored by 5.
That will be a good game, I think. Sirianni versus Shanahan. I gotta go with Philly, man. Like them boys play some hard-nosed football. They got talent on both sides. It's playoff atmosphere. They know how to win. I would probably take the over on the spread, man. And much respect to Kyle Shanahan, but Philly, they rugged, man. You got a quarterback that can do it. Even though their record wise, they weren't as good as they were last year. Saquon definitely was not the same running back production wise, but like they got some veterans on that team that know what it takes to win big games. So score prediction 17-31.
That's big.
That's in Philly, right?
In Philly.
Oh yeah. 17-31. Yeah. That convinces me.
I maybe unpopular take. Kyle Shanahan should get some legitimate votes for Coach of the Year this year for what he's done a broke down, and really keeps validating himself to all the people that I was trying to say were crazy when everybody was so down on Kyle Shanahan because of the loss playbook and what he didn't do in the Super Bowl. And I keep telling folks he's easily one of the top 3 or 4 coaches in the NFL, and it's proven it time and time again, every time. That being said, I'm not sure with the injuries and going all the way to the East Coast to play this game. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but I know it ain't going to be warm. So
the low is 30, the high is 48.
48. That's not horrible. That's actually good football weather. Yeah. That's good,
especially for weather, up there.
Oh, absolutely. That's good football weather. But yeah, give me Philly. With all that being said about Shanahan, give me Philly. I think that Bethune just went out, who was playing some really good ball in place of Fred Warner, and that's you got to have that head of the snake on the defense to win. I think Philly. I take the experience over them. Give me 20. Give me 28-24.
Yeah, I think I agree with y'all. I think I'm going Philly. I know everybody's talking about how Philadelphia, people talk about the whole Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown situation, but these guys have been here before. I think if they can stop the 49ers through the air, I think Philadelphia's like top 5 in pass defense. If I'm not mistaken. If they can stop the 49ers through the air, then that's pretty much over. So I'm going Philly. I'm going with them by 7.
All right.
And then we got the Chargers and the New England Patriots. New England has a 3.5 point spread.
I'm gonna go on that one. They're playing in New England.
Yes,
they're playing in New England.
Very tough to win playoff games there, obviously, and they're back. They're back. They're
supposed
back.
to be raining too.
Yeah.
Supposed to be raining.
They kind of weather. Man, watching Drake May throw the football. Although he had some turnovers when we played him, but I could just see like that kid is legit throwing that ball. He got the poise of somebody that's been in the league 7-8 years. When I watch him play, you up there in New England, well, that fan base just knows how to be playoff fans. It's gonna be a very hostile environment up there. I'm gonna go score prediction, and then I don't trust Justin Herbert in the playoffs for some reason too. 20-14, Patriots.
Okay. What you think?
MVP candidate Drake May has done a lot of good stuff, like what he's put together with the team. There's nothing that he hasn't done this year in his second year. Awesome. The running back duo of Henderson and Stevenson doing their thing for him. It's something about brand new quarterbacks in their first playoff game that's keeps thinking that's telling me that Herbert's going to find a way. And I'm kind of like you. He's kind of been disappointed in the playoff appearances he's made, but I think they're going to go up there and do it this time, man. Give me the Chargers. 21-20.
Ooh, close one.
Close one. Very close. It would shock me that the New England might win, but I think they're gonna be a little tight. You might see a couple of turnovers from Drake on this game.
I'm pretty much in the same. I'm pretty much on the same page with you. I feel like these are the types of games. This game is perfect for Jim Harbaugh. Like this is perfect for his kind of ball. And I mean, at the end of the day, I got a feeling, just like you said, Drake May's first playoff game, and Jim Harbaugh. This is the perfect scenario for him. I think it's going to be a 3-point game. I'm going 23-20. Last second field goal.
Yeah.
Classic.
I can see that.
All right. Last one, we got Houston versus Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh, Houston has a 3-point spread.
In Pittsburgh, and Houston got a 3-point spread. I am going to say on this one, I think this Pittsburgh team, although they're the underdogs, for some reason I got this feeling that the team and Mike Tomlin, to an extent, obviously have taken a lot of stuff personally this year that they've heard in the media, just like we have. And I just feel like they're going to rally behind old coach. And you still got even though he's not what he used to be, obviously, you have a very good veteran quarterback back there that knows how to win games, obviously. Houston has a excellent defense, so I don't think a lot of points will be scored. This might be just old ugly game, especially Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Most of their games are ugly. So my ugly game score pick of the week, I'm gonna go terrible football if you like offense, 6-9.
Wow. Wow.
Ugly game of the week.
That's crazy.
No touchdown.
I think Pittsburgh is super lucky to be in this game.
Yes.
And Aaron Rodgers, you give him some time, he's going to eat you up. I don't know if y'all been watching Houston. I think it's so weird. The hottest two teams in the NFL are both from the AFC South. Who thought we would ever say that?
Right.
Houston is the second hottest team. 6 wins in a row. I like their defense in Pittsburgh. Give me the Texans. Give me not too much higher, man. I think 17-14. 17-14 Texans.
Okay. I'm going Texans too. I think it was a good run. Aaron Rodgers made it to the playoffs again. But just like Deanna said, you still got Arthur Smith calling them plays.
Yeah.
Against that Houston Texans defense, I think that I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think it's going to be a blowout. I'm going to say by at least 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say 2 points.
Okay.
14-point blowout. Houston, they as a matter of fact, they might be sitting the starters by the fourth quarter.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Dog walk.
Hey, man. So not one last time for good old A-Rod?
Nah, man, that's it. That's it. As a matter of fact, you might want to be hoping he don't get hurt just in case he need to come play in Atlanta next year.
I know, right? I know. Don't hit the old man. We got 1 year, $10 million for you, A-Rod. Come on,
man.
We got you in the dome down here.
I can't. Not A-Rod, bro.
You say, I'll say he can't go for that one now. He can't go for that one.
Man. I can't.
Let me ask y'all this. Speaking of that, obviously we're gonna have to bring a quarterback in here because you just can't bank on Michael Penix being healthy week 1. Obviously, they're gonna bring a quarterback in here. I think we all know that. Who's on y'all list? Via trade or via no. Let me rephrase that. Who's legitimately on your list?
Matt Jones. Matt Jones is on my list. I think I say, and once again, it depends on who the coach is, but if you have a Matt LaFleur, I think Matt Jones could be somebody who could efficiently run the offense. Only problem is that he's going to be on his last year of his contract this year coming up, so you would have to trade for him. But as far as free agent quarterbacks, the list out there ain't too good, and unless you try to bring that old thing back in. I love Desmond, but I don't know.
He's playing this weekend. He's backing up. Love.
Jordan Love.
Yes, sir. He's on to 53.
Wow.
He's on to 53. So, when you talk about bringing in a coach that can be a quarterback whisperer, I know we have tried to rehabilitate this dude psychologically with every team he's been with. And I don't know why I'm foolishly thinking about this, because he's not technically a free agent, but he will be.
I already know.
Man, I try Justin Fields one more time, man. I
Oh,
think. Listen,
God. See,
I'm
here
gonna
we
tell
go.
you. Hold on.
You
Hear
finna
me
have
out.
people
Hear
coming
me
at
out.
us.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh, Lord.
Hear me out.
Oh, Lord.
If you can bring in Justin's been
That's right, Tim.
durable. He's been pretty durable. Hey man, listen.
That's right.
Listen,
Ain't nobody agree. Look, if y'all agree with put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, put a 2 in the chat.
I'm not telling y'all he's here to be the franchise player. We need somebody that that can hand the ball off to Bijan and every now and then complete a pass or run for the first down every now and then. Just enough to get the ball to Bijan's hand and do. I'm not asking him to throw the ball 20 times a game, not even close. But he's yeah. You're wrong, Mike. You're wrong.
It got past 11. Started to talk crazy.
So again, hear me out. If you get the right coach in here, the right coach whisperer in here, you can. Mac Jones, for everybody talking about Mac Jones, dude, do y'all think this Frisco? Do you think he gonna let him get away, knowing that knowing that Purdy kind of gets a little injury prone, and the way he did when Purdy was out, I don't think they're gonna let him get out of Frisco.
I think the only way you get him, you got to overpay in the trade.
Yeah.
Now, what's overpaying in the trade, though, Tiny? That's the question.
Probably a second rounder. That's probably what they're gonna start off with
this year.
That's probably what they're gonna start off with it, and if they have to negotiate down, because I mean, obviously, they see what everybody else sees. Like, man, this guy done turned the corner, you know. And he's a quarterback, so
right.
They gonna ask for at least a second. They may come down to a third. I don't think a fourth or fifth round is gonna do it. I think they would just rather keep him, almost like Atlanta was saying with Kirk Cousins. Like, if you don't give us what we want, we'll just keep him.
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think they're just gonna give him away. Kind of like Steve was saying, like they feel like they may end up needing him on the team based on the durability of the guy they got in front of them. I just don't think it's gonna be one of them situations where they just go, all right, let's just get this guy out of here.
Yeah. What you think?
Smitty said, "Come on, Andrew. He needs Andy Reid type help, like he did with Vic."
I mean,
talking about Justin Fields.
And listen, all of these talented. Look, talking about everybody else. Listen,
he said he won't tell nobody else.
But listen, this is the thing. We're talking about a part-time fix. We're not talking about a forever fix. Just a part-time fix. And if you get the right offense coordinator, quarterback whisperer in here, you can make him marketable. I mean, not marketable. You can make him a game manager. So that's what
I'm going to give y'all mine. Okay. I might give y'all an honorable mention too, but realistic, legitimate. I gotta back up the old man. I gotta back. Surprisingly, I gotta back up the old man.
Yeah,
because they're obviously gonna cut him,
right?
And to be honest, I don't think Atlanta's in a position right now where they can really trade anything because they only have 5 draft picks. So you want to get something on that free agent wire where you ain't got to lose on draft picks. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. Good thing for Justin Fields. I think he got $30 million guaranteed. I mean, he didn't get top tier quarterback money, but he got enough where like, okay, I'm good. So I feel like he would be in a position where, okay, I'll take $7, $8, $9 million for 1 year. And that gives me an opportunity to get on the field and put out some good tape. And you got Bijan. Obviously, Tyler will be gone, but you got Bijan. And I don't know what Kyle Pitts thing gonna be, but if they bring him back, you got Drake London. I think you can bring Justin Fields in with the rest of our offense, we still have a pretty good old line. And you can just dumb this offense down enough for him for 4 to 6 or 7 games, however long it takes until Penix comes back with a good young defense that you can still build on in the offseason. And let's say Penix is out 6 games. I'm just throwing out a number. I don't know. I think Justin Fields can at least have you at 500 when Penix comes back. And that's kind of what you want. Hey, just keep us at 500 until the starter get back in. To me, it just seems like the more realistic option. My honorable mention would be Malik Willis, but honestly, I think Malik done played so well on in the national spotlight. His stock now went up too high.
There you go. There you go. There you
I
go.
think he done priced himself out of what we could pay for him. And unless we want to go to Zach Wilson route or Tyrod Taylor, I mean, you get Bijan and Justin Fields and some kind of RPO. Hey, that's a hard tandem to stop, man. So I'm gonna go with Justin. I'm going Kennesaw, man. Kennesaw.
Dang, oh. Well, I got a list of some of the free agent quarterbacks. Right. So you got Russell Wilson, got Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo, Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Trey Lance, Malik Willis, Tyler Huntley, Daniel Jones. Silence speaks for itself, right?
So again,
it's tough, man.
So again, the pickings are slim. Here's the automatic thing here. When you start talking about Mr. Fields, he's supposed to get paid $23 million from the Jets this year. This is the guy that's on your bench, and they're getting ready to get probably Dante Moore in the draft this year. Dude, this is going to be this would be a cheap, just make it happen until we can get some grip on what's up with Penix.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Is it out of the realm of possibility to consider drafting a quarterback? Second round?
I think that second round needs to be concentrated on either AJ's partner back there in the back or Drake's partner on the front end. So I think you got to use that second round pick. Wide receiver or cornerback. I don't think you go quarterback.
Well, everybody's picking on me, but I really feel like unless you get like one of the top wide receivers in this draft, I feel like you should really consider going after a wide receiver of free agency. And y'all might say I'm crazy for this, but I really think we should get George Pickens.
To do what?
Free agents. So,
you think he can function in the A?
I think he can, depending on who the coach is. I mean, look. Some like
lose my mind. Up in here, y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here.
That's a wild boy now.
George,
I know it's a wild boy.
His mind if he comes to the A. No way, and you got to pay him too. Think about what George Pickens did. George Pickens is probably going to be an All-Pro wide receiver this year.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay him a lot of money.
You gonna have to pay.
What you think they have to pay him though?
Well, let's put it this way: whatever you got to pay him, low, you got to, as you're paying him his money, you got to look at Drake in the face as you're due to pay him.
That is true. That is true.
As you're paying Pickens his $35 million plus, you got to look at which will turn into your second wide receiver.
Yeah, you might as well get it. You might as well get him from the draft.
Per spot track, his market value is about $31 million.
And he'll get more. He'll get more.
Yeah.
Wide
receiver in the draft. Wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah, you got to go that way, man.
I didn't know he was commanding over 30. That's crazy.
Dude, like I said, I think next to probably I don't know. What's my man out in Seattle?
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
Smith and Jigba.
He's probably number one. I think Pickens might be number two on the All Pro team this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He had a great year.
He had a great year. And remember, CD was missing. He was hurt the first half, and Pickens. Hey, what that trade to Dallas, that worked out great.
It did.
It really
that
did.
worked out great because he is about to get paid. Remember, he doesn't have. I mean, unless they think about franchising him, which still gonna cost them money. But yeah, let me.
It'll be about the same amount.
Absolutely. Jerry, who just didn't pay Michael Parsons already. You think he's gonna pay him that?
Man.
Yeah, Pierce is now. Is he a free agent?
Yes.
The dude from Indy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your boy who also loves Desmond, who played in Cincinnati with Desmond.
Was he say? Well, it wasn't he a favorite target of Matt when he first got there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what Matt was throwing to him when he was a rookie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, all right, man. Look, let's go ahead and get ready to shut it down because Uncle Steve, whenever he gets sleepy, he starts getting ornery. So we need to go ahead.
I don't even know where that came from. It's all good. It's all good because it's gonna be kind of interesting anyway because we got a close one here. Ole Miss up 27-24 with a minute 55 left. So I'm probably that'd be good. So we can check out the end of this game over here and see who see who's gonna come out and win.
Can't beat it, man.
Yeah.
Well, look at here. Tidy, you want to let everybody know where they can find you, my friend?
Yes, sir. First off, you guys, thank you for having me here. It was a great show. Got to do it more often.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, y'all can find me here on YouTube at Atlanta Bird Game. So come check us out. Also on all social media, Atlanta Bird Game, Twitter, Instagram, and all that fun stuff. But once again, man, it was a blast, y'all. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Man, look, thank you so much for coming on, Ty. Like I said, I apologize about hitting you up so late, but I came back home and I was feeling froggy, so I was like, I hit up Uncle Steve. I was like, man, let's hit up Tidy too.
Always a pleasure to talk to two of the big timers in here. And
that big low now. I'm a small fry. I seen Low go into the Benz in the back door with the players in there. They sitting there running me through the metal detector. This man on the
No, man.
I was like, God dang.
That's Uncle Steve, bro. I went to the Carolina game with Uncle Steve. And look, it took us an hour and a half just to get in there because Uncle Steve had to keep stopping to take pictures. Every time I saw Uncle Steve.
You know what? That's all right. Tell AB on y'all.
We walk down, you hear people, hey, Uncle Steve! Hey, Uncle Steve! I love Desmond. That's
I said, I know I've told the story before that still to this day. I said that day when I went to the Philadelphia game last year, and I'm literally down there in a sea of green folks, and I hear somebody from the upper thing, I'm like, Uncle Steve, but I love Desmond.
Oh, that is dope.
In Philly.
That's dope, bro.
I lost my mind, man. That was kind of cool, man.
That is dope, bro.
Look, fellas, again, man, I appreciate y'all. And Uncle Steve, y'all check me out on Uncle Steve's Lounge. Again, we try to get on Mondays with the minutia. We got a lot of stuff to cover in the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be fun to go through the names. I just say, as Falcon fans, man, y'all be patient, man. We're not gonna be able to build it up in one day, and just because we take our time doesn't mean we trying to get we just don't want to get the wrong person again. So let team do what they need to do and just have patience with them, man. Appreciate your love.
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Look, my name is Big Old Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. Tidy, thank you so much for coming on. Uncle Steve, thanks so much for linking up with me. We got to get together like this more often.
Yes, must.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tidy,
y'all have to start texting me because I don't always check my messages, so that's why it took me so long.
I gotta get your number because I think I just got you on Facebook.
I should have texted you first. I went to the messenger because you usually answer there pretty quick too. So I figured I'll
I mean, Tidy important. It's hard to get in contact with Tidy.
Man, crazy.
Yeah.
Important to them bill collectors. Hey, Mr. Jones.
Get the automated messages. Hey, Mr. Jones.
Y'all are wrong.
but we're gonna try to get together sometime before the season starts, though.
Yes, sir.
And just try to kind of get everybody together, just for a little bit of camaraderie. I'll make sure to let you know in advance, Tidy, so we can finally link up in person. And,
yes, sir.
We're gonna have a good time. But are y'all doing the draft joint this year? Because I know we don't got a first round pick.
You know what? I thought about after we talked about we might have to. Tidy, after I was talking about that the other day, I didn't think about that. I said we don't have a first round pick, so we might have to substitute something. Maybe we'll do the second day and do that, so at least we'll have 2 days.
Yeah, y'all want to do day 2?
Yeah. That would be. Oh, that would be awesome. Yo, we can absolutely do that. Yeah, day 2. That would be
day 2.
Yeah, we do day 2, and see what we can do
good
up in there, man.
That's whenever we'll actually be doing something.
Yes, sir. I think we will.
Sounds like a plan, man. But look, y'all stay safe out there, and y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you go over to Atlanta Bird Game and check them out down there. Hit that subscribe button. Go to Uncle Steve's Lounge. Hit that subscribe button. And in the meantime, man, rise up, 8 times down. What in the world?
Rise up. Peace out.